Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We're here to talk about the first WWF show for the month of November. We'll have another one next week, which will be Survivor Series, because JJ's got so much storyline we've got to do two this month. We usually try and keep one to 1 month, but your shows are usually shorter than ours for the most part anyway, so yeah, we'll let you get away with it. You've got a couple of shows this month. We've also got a show of Glenn's tomorrow. But yeah, with that said, without any further ado, let's just go ahead and get into it with the build-up to Survivor Series.
Here we go.
So we've got all the usual team here. We've got myself, JJ, Tom, and Bradley. Not Bradley.
We haven't.
Oh, he's not here.
No.
He's here in spirit.
He's there.
He's not dead. He's not dead.
No. Whenever you are ready, let's go, JJ.
Once again, that badass intro. It never fails to amaze me, Carl.
I miss this opening.
Not gonna lie, everybody, there is a lot of talking, so if you don't like promos, I apologize.
Well, it is a build-up, to be fair, and also
yeah.
He used the video game versus the disc.
I mean, there are some matches. There's a couple, full matches. So.
I love that you made your own Raw intro. That's cool,
I gotta try to not get blocked by the.
That's what we gotta try and do, Carl. Do what JJ's doing.
Hello, fans, and welcome to the WWF. Welcome to Monday Night Raw. And Old Stone Cold has a few pieces of business to take care of before we get started tonight. We are heading into Survivor Series, the annual Thanksgiving Classic, and we are going to start the path to Survivor Series tonight. I am here to announce that on the women's side of things, a team captained by Bianca Belair will go against a team captained by Rhea Ripley in a traditional Survivor Series match. And on the men's side of things, Cody Rhodes is going to captain a Survivor Series team against the team of Seth Rollins and Jimmy and Jay Uso. But that's not all. We still have to figure out who CM Punk is going to defend the WWF Championship
CM
against.
Punk, he's not making any news right now, is he?
Tonight in the middle of the ring. We're going to have a fatal four-way. Sami Zayn. Randy Orton. Roman Reigns. And John Moxley will face off in a four-way match.
Moxley.
The winner goes to Survivor Series and gets the WWF Championship match.
John Moxley's got the briefcase still.
Because Old Stone Cold said so.
I think we're supposed to be forgetting about that, Glenn.
No, you're not. John Moxley is in fact Mr. Money in the Bank.
Yeah, but I think we're supposed to forget about it, so it's a surprise.
Well, I don't know what Stone Cold has planned, but right now we have the Street Profits versus the Acclaimed here.
Okay, this is a dream match I'd like to see.
Daddy Ass there in the corner.
Yeah. Street Profits versus the Acclaim. That actually suits pretty well with these two teams who are so entertaining against a team.
Well, wait a second.
It's so weird. It is so weird to have an Acclaimed segment and not a rap.
I'm not clever enough to write that many raps, okay? That's why they're getting squashed.
Maybe they didn't want to rap on the Street Profits. Maybe that's what it was. The big Dockers was there.
Well, that is a rap as they get defeated by the Street Profits.
I think Caster's raps is one of the best things on TV, I find.
Maybe better luck next time, Max Caster, but for now, the Street Profits pick up a big win.
I really do love the Street Profits, man. They're one of the best. They really are.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Here we go. The best guy on your roster.
I am your host, Logan Paul.
Oh, come on.
Beside me is the main man, the guy that started.
He's pretty good. I like him.
Johnny TV.
Morrison.
Hey, Johnny Nitro.
We are here to put the tag team division on notice. But before we get to that, John, I want to speak to you personally that I let us down Sunday.
Well, you did get pinned, obviously.
I was the one that got beat. I was the one that got pinned. And I want to let you know that I am going to win
Oh wow, a
tag
humble
team
Logan Paul.
championships one day.
Really?
Just not with you.
Oh,
What?
Oh
Okay.
come on, what?
You left me
douchebag.
vulnerable with a Hall of Famer in the ring.
Oh, wow.
You didn't
not a
have my
point.
back.
No, he
So at
hasn't.
Survivor
Supposed
Series,
to buy into this?
I'm not challenging for the tag team championships.
What?
I'm challenging you.
Morrison let the side down.
And at Survivor Series, even though we may be in New York,
He
I'm
didn't
going to
get
show
hit.
you what a real Hollywood elite is like.
You heard
You're
Logan.
going to know what it's
Oh,
like to be
yeah.
in a
Logan,
ring
brother.
with a real megastar.
That
not
team didn't
just a
last
dude
long,
in
That
did
the
was
it?
just
real world.
even shorter than The Miz and him and Logan Paul.
You know, Logan,
This
I
is
actually gave you
this
a
is
shot. I
Y2AJ.
actually gave you a chance. Nobody else wanted to team with you. But I saw
I hope you didn't
potential.
print
I
all
saw a
those
guy that
t-shirts,
took
JJ.
the Intercontinental Champion to the limit. I saw a guy that did well in his first few matches.
Is it me
And
or
let me
is John-
tell you,
is it
after
me or is,
teaming with that
John
guy
Morrison's
from the
shave
real
got
world,
bigger?
I know what it's like to team with a prick.
Tell
And
him,
you
Morrison.
are the biggest of them all.
Yeah.
Well,
Kick
so
his
much
ass,
for,
See, Logan, I didn't
fuck
come
him off
here
the
so
to
much
be
for fighting the tag
famous.
team people.
I'm
on
famous
this.
because I
Hey,
came here.
Morrison.
Because no matter how many movie premieres or Hollywood parties I get invited to, this right here is my one true love, professional wrestling. And over the years, I have been one of the best at it. You've had flashes of brilliance, I'll give you credit, but you don't know what it's like to grind day in and day out and get better and hone your craft day after day after day.
Oh, but at least John
Yeah.
Boyce,
Well,
you
I've
haven't
been
got
working
it
at it
anymore.
for 15 years, and I still have a lot to learn. But if
Well, yeah.
you want to go to school, I'll be glad to teach all of the lessons at Survivor Series.
Good luck with that, mate.
All right then.
I'll embarrass you so bad,
You want to go old
you
school,
two
bro?
won't want anything to do with you. I'll beat you so bad, you'll be shining Mike Mizanin's shoes. Because I know damn sure that you can't lace his boots. You can't lace my boots. And at Survivor Series, they will kick your teeth down your throat.
You couldn't even cut Hogan's boots, brother.
That'll be an interesting match.
Indeed. Wow.
Kevin,
See how it unfolds then.
Uh-oh.
I need to know. I need to know if we're good or if I need a new writing partner. I need to know if we're good or if I need to have eyes in the back of my head. I need to know. Are we going to regain the tag team championships?
No.
Or are we destined to fight forever?
I don't know what's going to happen. I can't
Because
tell.
Kevin, I'm not scared of you
I
anymore.
mean, they fell out in the triple threat match.
If you want to fight forever, you will get all the fight that you can handle, and then some. Sammy, I did not come here to fight. I came here to say that I'm proud of you. You finally get it. You finally understand what it takes to be main event. You finally have that killer instinct. I wish you didn't yell at me about it, but I'm happy to see it. But Sammy, we're not going to be winning the tag team championships. Because tonight, you're winning that fatal 4-way. You're going on to Survivor Series, and you're going to be in the main event for the WWF Championship.
why
and
Owens
you
in
are
that
going
match?
to beat that hypocrite CM
Because
Punk.
he got beat. He lost.
I
Oh,
have
fair
your
enough, yeah.
back, Sammy.
Well, he did lose in
And
Canada.
if Stone Cold won't
It's
let
home
me win the
nation.
title, then you are going to do it for both of us.
How supportive.
Yeah, that's a supportive friend.
I don't believe it.
It's
Let's see.
very unlike Kevin to do that.
Yeah.
I don't trust him. I don't trust him an inch, but
Same here,
Yeah,
Tom.
power bomb into an apron coming.
Oh wow, John Mox is going to his wrestling gear here tonight. What the heck?
yeah, nice
very,
of Moxley to wear his gear for a change.
very New Japan style John
Yeah.
Moxley here.
Old school.
Okay.
This is a big match. The winner of this goes on to Survivor Series.
Yes,
Main event
indeed.
against CM Punk.
Oh my
WWF
goodness.
Championship.
Rollins got them steps and he was running around with
Orton taking advantage of the no DQ stipulation here.
Oh yeah, no DQs on his fatal four-way. Roman Reigns just pacing on the outside, waiting for his spot.
And oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Ow!
Holy shite! Wow.
Roman is just taking his time.
Oh, look at Moxley.
To wonder if Seth Rollins will be a factor in this match at all.
Meanwhile, Orton is just going crazy in there, man. He really wants to be the number one contender so badly.
The absence of Seth Rollins is concerning.
Roman's lacking it these days.
Sami Zayn's got a steel chair in his hands, guys.
Big shot to the face.
Oh man. Sami Zayn take control here as it's down to Orton. Oh, there we go, that backbreaker.
Yeah, and John Moxley's in the corner there. He looks like he's been knocked out there. What happened? Oh, never mind. He's back up.
I mean, this is a fatal four-way where anything can happen.
Like a stairs to the face. Which John Moxley just took.
Well, he's no Cactus Jack, let me tell you.
He's the modern day for a lot of people.
Them steps are just dangling on the edge of this ring there. Not good.
Oh, Sami Zayn! Believer kick! This is it!
Roman be eliminated!
Oh no!
Oh,
What is this? What are you doing?
But has Sammy noticed?
Oh, on the Titantron.
What the hell?
Did you hear the smack of that then? That ball boy just crushed
You have to
Sammy.
believe that they're deliberately showing this.
I believe Sammy wants to go.
Yeah.
Somebody showing this on the Tron.
Christ.
Yeah, I think Seth's in the truck here. And Sammy got distracted and there's a spear.
No.
No, not this way.
Damn it.
Oh man, elimination, huh?
Now look at that. Roman Reigns is pointing
That's
to Moxley
elimination
saying he's
style
next.
here.
That cost Sami Zayn the match.
He's next.
Usos beating up Kevin Owens backstage.
Sami Zayn, he had it not necessarily won, but he had Roman eliminated.
Oh wait, crossface. He's got him on him. Moxley's got it.
This could be it.
Bulldog
Four members of the Shield.
Yeah. Moxley's got that locked in tight. Roman can't get out.
Man.
That's tight.
Oh, Orton though. Orton's coming in with that chair.
Yeah,
He's waiting.
Reigns managed to get up.
Orton is a veteran. He knows what's up in these four ways.
Well, in an elimination match, elimination match, there's no point breaking up the submission. You may as well just wait to pick off the victor. But
Low blow.
That is the deepest low blow I have ever seen.
He went
there's no disqualification. But come on! Oh wow!
Oh, Roman or Randy kicks out.
Wow!
Reigns couldn't believe it.
Roman frustrated.
And Moxley
I
cleared
mean,
his head there.
someone needs to get the ringside doctor down there. I think Moxley has forgotten where he is.
That'll be it.
That could be it with a spear after the low blow.
Now down
Oh,
with two
down.
members.
Down to Moxley and Roman.
Yeah, two former friends, two guys that have been the pillars of their company for the last 4 or 5 years.
And Moxley was just literally, no point intended, he's caning the
Just
crap
throwing it
out of
down
Roman.
with the cane.
You have to wonder if there's some animosity for Reigns being the person he was and forcing Moxley to leave and have to come back to this company.
Yeah, I
think there is
think
some hate
so.
there.
I think they have some unfinished business.
Oh, this could be it. This could be it. Oh, Roman gets the shoulder up. Damn it.
Moxley's
You've got to think
Oh.
Rollins and the Usos are backstage looking for an edge on Moxley.
And their plan is to get Roman that title shot. That's been their plan since SummerSlam, is to get the championship on Roman.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't have lost it in the first place then, should
Someone protect Moxley's wife.
Jackie's daughter for
I
crying
think
out
she's
loud.
on the other show, so we're safe. We're safe.
Oh, the commentary table was getting wrecked, guys.
Yeah, watch out,
No.
watch out, guys.
Oh, wait, no, he's just going to choke him out. But you can't win on the
Oh.
outside. It's no DQ. It's not forced anywhere.
but you can choke him out though.
Knock him out.
You can knock him unconscious outside the ring and roll his corpse into the ring.
Yeah, just chuck him in and pin him. Oh no, they're on top of the table.
Moxley's still got a fight in him though.
Oh, Moxley fighting back.
I believe Moxley said it's not
DDT
over
on
until
the
I'm
floor.
dead.
Oh my god.
This has been physical. Probably one of the
Look at
best
the
matches.
carnage. Look at the carnage
Oh.
ringside and in the ring from this match.
Yeah.
There's
This
my
is supposed to be
bottom.
a fatal four-way. This is not supposed to be a hardcore match, but it's turned into one.
Well, when Moxley's involved.
Yes,
my God.
indeed.
Oh my God, that's
Jesus.
broke over his. And now here we go. This is it.
Oh, this is probably
it.
Here.
No.
No. Oh, wait.
Oh, Cody
Wait a
Rhodes
second.
got the
Cody Rhodes
Usos.
making the
Cody,
save
Cody.
backstage.
Cody and Owens now fighting together here. Was this part of the plan?
Roman's distracted. Roman's distracted.
Wait a second. Wait a second.
Paradigm shift.
That's the paradigm shift.
Paradigm
Oh,
shift.
God. One, two, three.
Oh
John
my
Moxley
God. Moxley is the #1 contender for Survivor Series.
You've got to, and you've got to think advantage in that match to Moxley, because if he doesn't win his title match, he's still got a backup title opportunity.
That's a great point.
Say, Tom. I am going to make JR there.
Get yourself,
What a wild affair.
get yourself notoriously disqualified,
Guys,
and then
that brawl in the back is still going on. We need to get
Yeah.
some cameras back there.
yeah.
Plan failed.
Cody Rhodes once again thwarting Bloodline's plan.
Well, John Moxley has got another night to look forward to.
I'm serious, guys. Let's get a camera back there.
It is the new #1 contender. Well, we have a huge
Look at
wall
Roman's.
in the back. Let's
He's
get a
really
camera
mad,
back
man.
there.
He doesn't believe
it's
it.
chaos.
There we go.
Oh, good God.
Oh, Jesus.
Sammy's joined up with the
Backstage
chaos.
area. Look, it's a wreck.
Oh. You're damn
Oh,
right. It's
I
awesome
love it.
WWF fans.
This is damn near a riot.
Bodies everywhere. Seth Rollins.
in the parking lot somewhere wherever we're at tonight.
This is insane.
Wait, Owens.
We need security. Somebody get security.
Uh-oh.
Roman Reigns is stealing an ambulance.
Wait.
What the hell?
I don't know why there's an ambulance at ringside, but Roman Reigns has stolen
Well, we have the
one.
best medical staff ever, but like, come on, what is
Yeah,
this?
they're obviously coming out to help the people in that match.
Oh my God, what is he doing? No!
Roman Reigns is driving that ambulance.
Oh dear God!
Oh,
God!
He just ran over Kevin Owens.
That son of a bitch, what are you doing?
Kevin
oh
Owens could
my
be dead.
God.
Jesus Christ,
be
we'll see you
dead.
next week.
What the hell, Roman Reigns?
Come on, check on.
Both Intercontinental champions
That's a
are
mother
face to face in
bastard.
the
Oh
ring.
boy.
Shinsuke Nakamura, you stand there
We've
with
got a
a
high-pitched
paper
woman in the background who's smiling
championship,
herself on TV
a
behind Imperium.
fake title given
The
to
real
you. But I stand
Intercontinental
here
champion
with
is
the
here.
man you
Don't
should
do-
admit
no,
is
so let's not do that
the
again.
real
That's the-
Intercontinental Champion.
That's the fake
The man
he's
that never
got.
lost this championship.
Yeah, this is
the
not the
man that
real.
is yet to be defeated
I
in
should fire you
WWF.
for saying
The
that.
man you could not beat last night. Gunther.
The ring
Shinsuke,
general.
what my comrade is saying is 100% true. I am the real Intercontinental
Yeah,
Champion,
he absolutely is.
recognized or not.
No,
You see, I respect you,
you're not.
Shinsuke. You did a lot of great things. You were great in Japan, but you came to America, and I no longer see the King of Strong style.
He's
You were
still a king
supposed
of
to bring
strong style. What
honor
are you reading,
and prestige back to this country. and back to that
Nakamura is a
championship,
shade of what
but
he
all
used
I
to be in
see
Japan.
Is someone worried about what the
He's
fans
the Intercontinental
think,
Champion. You watch
worried
your
about
mouth.
what moves get the loudest reaction instead of what works best for your moveset.
I mean, I mean, physically, Gunther is half the man he used to be, but in a very positive way.
I have gold. You have a toy. You have annoyed me long enough. We need to finish this.
Oh wait,
Wait.
Speak of Intercontinental Champions.
What is he doing here? Yeah,
John Michaels is one of the many guys who's held that belt.
the two
We've been throwing this guy's name around the last couple of months.
A man very famous for a situation with multiple Intercontinental Champions. A man who made his career.
Austin's become the general manager. Shawn Michaels doesn't have any power, does he?
No.
Right.
I mean, he's always welcome. We love having him around, but what's he doing here?
Shawn's held the belt, 4 or 5 times when he had the Intercontinental.
One of the greatest Intercontinental champions of all time, but what does he want?
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Finally, the Heartbreak Kid is back in the WWF. And I'm back because the Intercontinental Championship means a lot to me. Whether it's that version or whether it's that version, I am indeed no stranger to controversial Intercontinental Championship dealings. Shinsuke,
you are from one yourself,
you are the true, recognized WWF Intercontinental Champion. You should wear that belt with as much pride as you can because you have earned it, my friend. Gunther?
Yeah.
It was a long time ago, but I've been exactly in your shoes. The former champion who was not pinned,
Exactly 30 years ago,
stripped of the belt because of extenuating circumstances, now comes back to the Federation and proclaims himself to be still the champion. And Gunther, I'll even give you credit. You did more than I did. You've, let me use air quotes, defended that championship more than I ever did. And so for staying true to your morals, for remaining steadfast with that championship, for being undefeated in the WWF, you should be proud. But I think the 5 of us in this ring understand what needs to happen. Gunther, you need to put that fake Intercontinental Championship on the line. Shinsuke, you need to put that real Intercontinental Championship on the line. And the next time you two meet,
ladder.
we'll unify the 2 titles, they'll become one, and whoever wins is the undisputed, no questions asked, no ifs, ands, or buts, one and only true Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah,
So I've been given authority by Stone Cold Steve Austin and Stephanie McMahon to make the announcement that at Survivor Series, Shinsuke Nakamura will defend his Intercontinental Championship against Gunther, and once and for all, this disputed title mess will end
Finally!
Survivor Series.
I knew it would happen at Survivor Series.
But that is not all.
Over.
Yeah, come on. It's gotta be.
Because Survivor Series takes place in a very special arena, the most famous arena in the world.
Madison Square
New
Garden.
York City, Madison
Birthplace of
Square
WrestleMania.
Garden.
It's where HBK came
And
back
so because
in
of my
2002.
history, I think it's very fitting that they've let me announce this. Since the last time we had a situation like this, we settled it in a ladder match in Madison Square Garden between myself and Razor Ramon.
I believe they had a similar situation on NXT where
Consider
Shawn
this a
settled in a
fitting
ladder match
tribute
as
to one
well.
of the greats. That at Survivor Series,
For the Cruiserweight
in
title.
Madison Square Garden, we will unify the 2 Intercontinental Championships. We are going to take Gunther's Intercontinental Championship. We are going to take Shinsuke's Intercontinental Championship.
Oh, nice.
We are going to
That's
raise
awesome.
them both 15 feet in the air.
Only 15?
First man
That's the
climb
height of
up a
steel
ladder,
cage.
grab possession of both belts, will be the undisputed Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah.
Good luck,
That's
boys.
great.
What happens if they both climb up the ladder and take each other's belt down?
No, you have to take them both down. That's the how the match works. Like in a tag title one, you can't just take one belt.
You gotta grab both.
You keep saying the real.
Well, the ring general's got this, I think.
It's the ring general.
Ladder match in Madison Square Garden. Almost 30
Well,
years exactly.
speaking of great wrestlers, we've got 2 European icons in the ring here.
Tom's favorites in the ring.
Yeah, 2 of my favourites.
Take on the Street Profits.
We got our big win last week. Bianca Belair here coming out of the corner.
Yeah, well, Tom, you do. Well, Heidelman's from Germany, and the other guy's from Germany or Italian, whatever his name is. So you have 2 pronounced European wrestlers there.
Yes, I believe that's what I said.
And against the established tag team.
Yeah, well, they're both established tag teams. They're both very good.
The two gentlemen from Imperium have been teaming together since the early 2000s in WXW in Germany.
We got Bianca Belair accompanying the Street Profits to the ring here.
The great Otto Vance run company in Germany.
I mean, I've been the Street Profits are a hell of a tag team. They've established themselves in WWF, but I always thought the
Street Profits certainly never wrestled there.
No, they certainly didn't. They certainly didn't wrestle in WXW.
They are WWE homegrown.
And judging by the crowd, they're absolutely dancing and hip and rocking to these guys.
And this crowd loves them. Yes.
I wouldn't say they're underdogs, but damn, these guys are so loved by the crowd.
They've had so many opportunities that haven't quite gone their way since WrestleMania, since Royal Rumble, in fact.
They seem to be so close yet so far sometimes, but they've been building some momentum here.
Hopefully they can capitalise on it here against Imperium. But Imperium are not to be tangled with at all. Especially
they are not too meant to be messed with.
The classic titles here.
You have to believe they've been sent in there with marching orders from Gunther.
Oh Jesus!
You think Gunther wants to just stop at the Intercontinental Championship? No, he wants all the belts he can.
Absolutely.
The ring general has been known to say that the ring, it is sacred. It is the sacred battleground.
Well, you know what? He's also hallowed ground is Madison Square Garden, and that's where he's going to be fighting. Almost 30 years to the year of the ladder match with Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon once again for the Intercontinental Championship. How perfect!
How appropriate! Yeah.
It is the exact same place.
Great decision by Shawn and Steve and Stephanie. We love to see it. Oh, Montez coming in. Good clothesline.
Montez forward.
Whoa!
DT. Amazing athleticism.
Kaiser is in trouble here. He's taking a lot of offense.
Yeah, he's got to get a tag here. He gets a tag Da Vinci.
Oh no!
No! Got taken out there.
Referee got sandwiched there.
That was he got it from both sides.
Oh no! What can happen now with the referee out?
We need to get another official down here.
Oh, he's back up now. He's all right.
He's up.
Now here comes the big man. He's my favourite team member.
Referees have had training in the last 20 years.
Oh, look at him. You don't tell the big man to stay down, boy, and then you get a nice clothesline for it.
Dawkins using that strength.
This match has been all Street Profits so far, for the most part.
And them Street Profit crunches are not made out of Hershey's chocolate. They're literally fists hitting your flesh.
Whoa!
Oh! And that was a lovely lie to the back of the head.
Dawkins fired up. This crowd is feeling it.
Yeah, but Imperial are not doing well here. They are getting their asses kicked. And Gunther can't be happy with it.
Bad decision from Dawkins to just showboat, not you know.
Yeah, that'll turn it around. Not looking at your opponent. That'll turn things around. Absolutely.
And the referee deciding to censorship the figure 4 there for some reason. I can't even have a good look on my monitor.
That's how brutal it is.
Maybe he was trying to snap his leg. But if you cut the big man's legs out, he won't be able to walk around. So smart strategy there.
Jesus!
My God!
What a dive!
I didn't know he had that type of dive in him.
What in Kaiser, Germany was he thinking? He just died himself like a torpedo.
That was like a German bomber coming down.
It was like the Luftwaffe coming down.
That was
there
a
for
missile.
second. It was like he was detached from the Luftwaffe or something.
Angelo's trying to get his partner.
Oh, he's got him.
Yeah,
Oh!
knee to the top of the head there. These guys got to get back in the ring or they're going to get counted out.
I don't know about you, but that was a stiff knee there by Doc.
Oh, Angelo Dawkins staring off with Gunther. Don't want to start that one.
Oh,
You don't want to have Gunther and Bianca Belair. I'll tell you who will win that one.
oh.
You don't want to be on Gunther's bad side, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well,
I'm already on his bad side, so trust me.
I think all of us are on his bad side, JJ. Just to be honest.
Yeah, none of us drafted him.
Oh, you
Yeah.
did.
I've had to hear about it every day for the last 6 months.
Well, that's how you get into the situation. Spinebuster there from Angelo Dawkins. This
That
could
could
be
be
it.
it.
There's a guy in the
Vinci.
crowd says he believes in Hawkins too, so he must be a big fan in the crowd.
Yeah, absolutely. People love the Street Profits.
No, they should do. They have dominated 80% of this match.
Oh
now.
no!
Yeah, whoa. Well,
Hawkins says
Kaiser
if
had
you
to
can
dive
fly-
earlier. Are we going to see another one?
Oh my
Oh,
God!
no.
Oh, he
I
botched
just cut it
him.
off. I've never seen somebody do that.
Kaiser
Look at Gunther, he's
locking
excited
him.
in the ring.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
so
here comes,
smug. What a
Montez Ford.
piece of shit.
Montez Ford takes him down. Well, I can't even see where Gianni is.
He got bounced to the outside. He took that spine buster. And
So
That
far, this has
was
been
it.
a really good match. I mean, the Street Profits have been impressive
well.
in this.
rolling
Rolling
thunder type of
splash.
move.
Rolling big splash.
And now,
There's the
Oh,
front
big
splash.
splash. We've
Thank
seen
you,
that
Eddie
end
Guerrero.
matches.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not why Giovanni Vinci is there to bring
Giovanni
him.
Vinci being a good teammate.
Montez Ford's having a bit of a hip-hop dance there. He seems to be all fired up tonight. Who knows? Maybe this could be their link to the
Absolutely.
tag team division.
You got to think the winner of this builds a lot of momentum in the Survivor Series. Got to be in contention for the tag team championship.
Who knows? Maybe in 2024, the tag titles could become to the Street Profits as this keeps up.
They could.
That's if they survive the winter draft,
Well, they almost didn't last time.
which I feel regretful because I wish I could have not trained back, but I felt like they can prove more in the WWF.
Now
That's just
Dawkins,
great.
big
Oh.
to the back of the head.
That lariat is not pretty.
I would like to see either of these teams, honestly, as tag team champions.
Whoa!
Oh,
Right in front of Belair.
And now, Gunther
Gunther
distracting
Angelo.
Dawkins.
The referee didn't see that.
Remember they had that little stare off earlier. Now Kaiser. Oh no!
That's
Listen.
way.
No!
Not the distraction
No.
roll. Oh,
Oh!
just broken. Just kicked out.
Sneaking tags like that just not work.
What a match between these two teams. Oh, big punch. Sometimes that's all it takes is just a simple punch.
Oh, there we go.
Hawkins knows how to
Hawkins is
brawl.
setting
that's one
up.
thing.
He's throws me to the corner. We get a double
Here we
team
go.
in here.
This could be it.
Is this it?
Spinebuster and big splash.
Wow.
There we go.
That's the
That
Street
is
Profits tag
probably
team
it.
finishing move.
He's going up for another one.
And another splash. My gosh.
Oh,
And
just
that's
make
gotta
it
be it.
happen.
Just to make sure. The
Oh,
second front
no.
splash. And that is it. The Street Profits
Street Profits get it done.
That frog splash was to make a statement there, Carl.
Wow.
I mean, that was impressive. That rolling
Fantastic
splash.
win there.
Certainly not a result that the ring general is going to take lightly.
No, he was very upset. Very upset at the end of that match.
He'd be even more obsessed if losing his Intercontinental fake title at Survivor Series, though, JJ.
I take exception to Sean calling it the fake title. He did earn it. He just got drafted off it.
Yeah, but it's a replica. Anyway.
It wasn't a replica a year ago.
Replicas don't cut it in the wrestling business. Oh, back in Washington in Batista's
And here
hometown.
comes the rattlesnake.
All the stars are out tonight.
Here comes the general manager.
We've had We've had Michaels out for a promo.
Yeah.
Now we've got
what
Austin.
what a show these people are getting. Austin gonna take care of some business, I believe.
I bet the ratings backstage have just shot through the roof.
Austin better calm down here, we'll have another January ride.
Indeed. We are in the capital of the United States, though, Carl, so it's pretty special.
Well, nothing's gonna compare to the riot of last week. That was a horrible situation. That was.
I bet Austin saw it. Got reminded when he got ran over. Remember in 1999 at Survivor Series.
The Bloodline decided to get vehicles.
Alright, so
Austin
old
knows about
Stone
that.
Cold came out here
Rikishi tried it. Triple H
to
did
address the actions of last week, to address how Monday Night Raw went off the air. A huge brawl in the back. The next thing you know, Roman Reigns runs Kevin Owens down with a vehicle. Now I fully admit that I've let a lot of stuff slide. I fully admit that I have let the boys police themselves. And I have not and will not interfere in any situations
He's
unless
conducting the business, damn
it
it.
absolutely calls for it, but I believe this
You
is
ever
one
tried
of
to
those
pick one of those
occasions.
chairs up though?
I
Those are
still
heavy.
feel pain to this
sat in
very
one of them.
damn day from getting run down by a car, so you'll forgive me if I'm a little pissed off at Roman Reigns.
Well, I've been one of them chairs.
I
you know,
understand
Tom,
that things
Is
can get
Kevin
out of
dead?
hand.
Austin, is
last
Kevin
week,
dead?
We crossed
It was a
line.
go-kart, come on now.
We crossed the
He
line
was hit
so
with an
bad
ambulance.
that
It was
Stephanie
not.
McMahon,
It was a
the rest of
go-kart.
the executives and the officials of
Looked like
WWF
an ambulance
wanted
to
to
me.
fire everyone involved.
Seth Rollins hit him with a go-kart.
Wanted to trade them off in the draft. They wanted me to come out here tonight, bury everyone, and send them on their way. And to be honest, that sounded like a great idea to old Stone Cold. But I thought about it a little bit more.
Available talent.
So Roman Reigns,
What does he want?
as much
Austin,
as I
you don't
wanted to
think-
fire your ass, your job is safe. And you can
Oh,
thank
come on,
old Stone
Steve.
Cold
Oh,
for
come
that.
on, Sal. I thought you were going to do it,
And your
man.
job is safe because at Survivor Series, it was going to be a team captained by Cody Rhodes versus a team captained by Seth Rollins. But
He's also
considering
thinking what I think he's
you
thinking.
didn't
Carl.
win the number one contendership, that team is now going to be captained by Roman Reigns. And it's going to be the full bloodline. Roman Reigns, the Usos, and Seth Rollins
Nice.
versus Cody Rhodes and whoever his partners may or may not be.
Oh, Cody with 3 mystery
But then I
partners.
wondered, how the hell do we stop this match from spilling out into the streets of New York City and causing a damn near international incident?
Uh-oh.
But there's only one way I
Give Rico
know
the mic.
to keep the action from spilling
Is he
into the
thinking what I
fans.
think he's
There's
thinking,
only one way
JJ?
I know to keep the action from spilling into the parking lot. So at Survivor Series, Team Cody Rhodes versus the Bloodline. And it's gonna be War Games.
Regal said it better, baby.
The worst kept secret in fantasy history is
Oh
here.
my goodness. It's going to be awesome, but who will be Cody's
There we
partner?
go. Week 3. And here comes
Oh, this prick.
So that's how it's gonna be, huh?
No, come on, JJ. It's the
I
best
beat
champ of
two
all
fan
time.
favorites in their home country,
Boo.
and suddenly I'm the bad guy.
You're
Yes.
the good guy, Punk. I see you as the good guy. Come
No,
on.
no. I'm not the bad guy. I'm just the guy. The man.
I don't.
Yeah.
The world heavyweight champion still.
You just say Punk
CM
literally. So,
Punk.
Jesus Christ.
But whether I'm booed or cheered, I'm still gonna do things the right way.
Alright, CM Reigns.
And one of the things that I think is the right way to do things is when
He's
you come
better
out to
than
this
Reigns,
ring and you
Carl.
have a problem with someone, you need to call them out.
Best in the world at causing a
So John
corporate stink.
Moxley, the supposed number one contender,
WWE would agree
please
with
come
that.
out here because I have a lot to say to you.
Oh dear.
Uh-oh, John Moxley.
Oh, boy.
Security, can you make your way to the
is
ring,
it-
please?
Is it cash in time?
Is it time to cash that
Well,
briefcase?
well, he's the number one contender. He doesn't need to. He's
Well,
got a
Punk
double
invited
job.
him here. I don't think he's cashing in.
No, but I mean, at the end of
Match
get your ass
match
away.
they did, and the Survivor Series match was reversed.
Jonathan, let me get this straight.
Don't give any
You
ideas
have
about reversing the finish.
Money in the Bank. Winner gets a title shot anytime they want. Hell, you could cash it in on an airplane if you wanted to.
no.
But it's been
Best thing happened to be in the
10
air.
months since WrestleMania, and you haven't even teased cashing that in. Hell, half the time you don't even bring it to the ring. Yet somehow, you get thrown in a bullshit fatal 4-way. You win that. And now all of a sudden, you're number one contender to me. I don't want to make everybody feel old, but I will. Money in the Bank started in 2005. And for the first time ever, the Money in the Bank winner has a number one contendership. Stone Cold, please tell me how that makes any sense. But I called you out and I called that out to prove that somebody somewhere, a lot of people everywhere actually, really don't want me to be world champion at the end of Survivor Series. Hold on, Punk, let me stop you right there. I won Money in the Bank because I wanted to make an impact
I'd rather
my
the
first
Gold
night
Duke
here in the
be
new
WWE
company.
champion.
And that I did. I
Oh,
beat
God. Tom, that's
5
big.
other guys in a
Happy.
brutal ladder match. Won this briefcase. And outside of one time with you, where you had a lot of help, I've been undefeated, so pardon me, but I have earned this championship match. And do you know why I haven't cashed in? Do you know why I haven't even really teased it? It's because I hate Money in the Bank. I hate this idea
Might as well
Oh, wait
take
a second, I
somebody
like
can
Money
just
in the Bank.
waltz in after
like
a
it.
brutal match.
I wouldn't mind
Pin a
some more
guy
money in
who
the
has
bank.
no business
Like,
being in a
in
wrestling
my
ring,
bank account.
and then proclaim themselves to be the best in the world, even though it's a fraud. I hate that. If you're going to proclaim yourself to be the best in the world, if you're going to proclaim yourself to be world champion, if you are going to earn that championship, then you need to earn it. You need to fight. You need to scratch. You need to claw. You don't need it handed to you by a magical briefcase.
No, but
So I
it's all
kept
right
it
if you
around to
get-
try to
briefcase.
deter Cody and
Magical
you
briefcase.
and Roman from fighting dirty, retaining their championships on bullcrap. But rest assured, come
You've got
Survivor
the
Series, there will
briefcase.
be no crap about it.
Yeah, but
There will
no,
be
but
no
that's-
BS.
That's what he's
I will
saying. He
beat
doesn't.
you down,
He
CM
wants
Punk.
to earn the title, not just be
I
handed
will
it
punch you in the
because he
face.
happens
I
to
will
have a
lock you in a
briefcase.
hold. I will drop you on your head until you
What a babyface.
relinquish that championship to me. And then I'm the best in the world. I'm the world champion.
you
I'm
do?
the top guy in this company. I am the kingpin
He
of
just
the
wanted to have a
WWF. Hold on, let me get this straight. You won one of the biggest matches of the year, Money in the Bank, the match that makes careers. You worked so hard to win that match just to waste that briefcase for an entire year? You could have
Yes.
given that spot to
Yeah.
Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins, one of the Usos. Hell, even Gunther or Logan Paul, and it might have made their career, but no, you had to be selfish. And newsflash, John Moxley, I know you'd rather we forget when you were Dean Ambrose, but I seem to remember you cashed in on Seth Rollins. You had no issue doing it then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've been
that's
telling
good
everybody
story.
I'm the truth of professional wrestling, and right about now you're sounding like a hypocrite.
I think he is.
Cashing in on Seth was a debt that was owed to him. Maybe I would have cashed in on Roman or Seth this time too, but we never got to find out. And you know, I really would have loved to have cashed in on you because I can't stand you. But I held true to my code. I held true to my moral compass, and it has guided me to a championship match with you, and it's going to be so much more sweet. Knowing that I earned this victory, knowing that I earned this championship match, and knowing that that championship was not one that was handed to me by a briefcase, knowing that that championship was not one that I won out of nowhere, but that my face is going to be on the posters of Madison Square Garden. This match is going to be advertised everywhere and anywhere, and I am going to be the man to walk out victorious. And it's going to be so sweet. And I drop you on your head, and I beat you for the world title in 5 minutes. Again. Or I might beat you, busted open and with a torn tricep yet again. But do you know what I think is really going to go down, Mox? I think you're going to use underhanded tactics. I think you're going to kick me in the nuts. I think you're going to bash me open with a chair. I think you're going to illegally brutalize my body, then cash in that money in the bank and cash in on a weakened opponent. Because if you lose, it's no big deal. You have that insurance policy right there. And I know you're going to say you would never do that, but we can't be for sure with these kind of things. So allow me to offer up a solution that'll make everyone happy. Because I'm a world champion that actually matters. I'm a world champion that moves the needle, that actually moves merchandise. I need to be protected.
That is true.
And I need an insurance policy. So John Moxley, if you really want to beat me fair and square, one-on-one, no questions asked, why don't you put that Money in the Bank briefcase on the line? And at Survivor Series, it's CM Punk
What should he?
defending the WWF Championship against John
What are you
Moxley,
doing, guys?
defending the Money in the Bank contract. And so that way, if you're so sure of yourself, you shouldn't need the insurance policy.
Oh,
CM Punk, you're a crazy son of a
title and
bitch.
briefcase. Title for
And I
briefcase.
don't know what scheme you have. I'll put up my Money in the Bank, sure. But on one condition. That condition being that at Survivor Series, you can't get disqualified. You can't get counted out.
Yeah.
You can't do anything underhanded or you lose that championship.
Oh, okay.
And after Survivor Series, when I beat you, you get no rematch. So if you agree to no champion's advantage, if you agree to no champion's
I
rematch,
see what he's doing.
then at Survivor Series, we'll settle this.
Man.
Money in the Bank versus World Heavyweight Championship. John Moxley versus CM Punk. No rematches, one time only.
This is going to be big.
I am making a deal with the devil that the devil is going to regret.
Well, the stakes just got raised.
Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, man.
After all this time, I finally get my hands on you. And there's going to be no Judgment Day, no Street Profits, no one to get in the way. I'll have a few of my girlies by my side. Mickey James, the legend. Liv Morgan, up and coming.
Nice.
And a buzzsaw known simply as Asuka.
Damn, what a team.
We are going to be a force to be reckoned with at Survivor Series.
The Empress of
We're going to be a
Tomorrow.
dream team. And when it's down to 4-on-1, when I get my hands on you, Rhea, I'm going to get payback for the last year. I'm going to get payback for all the times Judgment Day has screwed my husband, for all the times that your guys put their hands on me, and for all the times that you put your hands on me.
Mm.
And for that crap you pulled to ban me from any title shots. Go ahead. I will beat you so bad they'll have to vacate it. You are afraid of me. And you should be.
They might have to
I'm
do
not
that,
coming
Carl,
into
I
this
think.
match as a highly decorated competitor. I'm not even coming to win a match. I'm coming in as a pissed off Bianca Belair, and Rhea Ripley, you will get the kiss of death at Survivor Series.
Oh,
That's
boy.
what, but if it's the kiss of death, make sure she doesn't come to the ring with COVID or something. Then that'll be the only way to beat.
All right,
we
so
look at
Stone
the
Cold
good stuff.
Steve Austin has once again unfairly put me in Survivor Series, which means I have to team
Shaved it.
with one of you idiots. I know that I've embarrassed all of you, and if I haven't, I will in the future. But for now, this is your chance to be on a pay-per-view with the women's champion. To be relevant.
Irish all of a sudden.
Really? It's like that, huh? No one wants to team with the champ?
Listen to Finn Balor.
Rhea, if I may,
What?
the rest of the locker room
Oh my!
would rather see you fail. They would rather see you go 4-on-1 at Survivor
You're
Series.
Scottish, are you?
You've been hanging around with Judgment Day, but you haven't exactly made friends in the women's locker room. I don't need friends. I need tag partners for one night and one night only. I think I can help you. No. I'm not teaming with the freak that thinks she's a superhero. I made that mistake before. I'm not doing it again. Well, fine. Be like that then. I could have gotten you more partners. You'll just have to go to Survivor Series alone. More partners. What do you mean by that?
Jesus, Ash.
Rhea, unlike you, I have friends. And I
No,
can
so
even
how
call
you
in a
can't do it,
favor or
damn it.
two. You can get her to be on my squad at Survivor Series. You can make that happen? If you can, welcome to the squad. I still need one more, though. I'll be your one more. Mickey James and Liv Morgan have stood in my way for title shots for too long. Hell, I won the vote at Cyber Sunday and Steve Austin
Yeah.
just threw it out
you
like it
did.
didn't matter. Rhea, I'll be on your squad. But you owe me. Do you understand what I'm saying? I do. Shayna, if you join Team Rhea at Survivor Series, I'll give you a title match anytime you want. But we have to take care of business.
Interesting.
Oh, back to the time.
I wonder who Nikki's friend is.
We're from the bloodline.
We'll think about it next time. I wonder who it is. Oh, here comes Cody. He's got no partners tonight. Who will he handpick?
Oh, I think we're about to find out the rules of engagement, so to speak.
Do you think Cody's turned to us, maybe?
So, what does everyone want to talk about?
No.
There's only one answer to that question.
Not us, I mean.
There's only one
has he
thing
turned
I've been
to
asked about
Carl
for
and
the
me,
last
like
week.
our industries, maybe.
Oh,
War
maybe.
games.
That's possible.
The match created by my father to settle a score with the Horsemen years ago. The match that my brother stepped in many years ago, and the match that now, the third generation of Rhodes, will go to war in. But as with any war, we need rules of engagement, and you need to know who I'm teaming with. So for those unfamiliar with war games, or those that don't have it in their blood, first off, there's going to be a lot of it. Secondly, there are going to be 2 rings surrounded by a steel cage. The match starts with 1 wrestler from each team. Every 2 minutes, another wrestler from a different team comes in until everybody is in the ring, and from there, the match beyond truly begins. Because there are no disqualifications, obviously no countouts, basically no holds barred, and there are no eliminations. There's no escape until the last man enters the ring, and from there, the only way to end the match is by surrender. You have to beat your opponent so bad that they quit on their team. That is exactly what I intend to do to you, Roman Reigns, or you, Seth Rollins, or Jimmy, or Jay. Because this war between us has gone on long enough. It's gone on since the first day of WWF, and our careers are never going to get going. They are always going to be stagnant as long as we are across the ring eye to eye. So it ends at Survivor Series.
It has to come
Either
to
you
an end.
prove, Roman,
Perfect.
that you are worth the hype and you are everything that this company calls you, or I prove that wrestling does indeed have more than one royal family. So we know the rules, we know the terms and conditions, and we know half
But who's he going
of the
to pick,
people
though?
in war games.
That's what we want to know, Cody.
But what about the
Who have you
other
picked?
side? What about my side? Unlike Cyber Sunday, I'm not going to keep it a mystery. I'm going to lay all of my cards out on the table.
Hey,
All right.
Let me introduce to you
All right.
my
Tell
first
us.
partner for that evening.
All right, let's
The
find
man
out.
that knows exactly what the bloodline is all about. A former member, Sami Zayn.
Yeah,
Okay, Sami Zayn.
makes sense.
He was in the
I'm
back
feeling I know
earlier
who the
on.
second partner will be then. Given the
Okay,
brawl last week.
You know,
Sammy's
time and
one of
time
them.
again, I think I'm done. I think I've moved on. I think I've moved past the bloodline. But every single time I think that they drag me back down to their level. Seth, I don't know what you're thinking. I've tried to reach out to you, but you've ignored me. Or maybe Roman has you drinking the Kool-Aid, but you need to know that he will never accept you as an equal. He will do to you what he did to me, and what he's done to everyone that isn't truly family. He did it to Paul Heyman. He did it to John Moxley. He's done it to me. Anyone that isn't family
That
that's
is
in the
true.
bloodline will be chewed up
That's true.
and spit out. But some people have to learn their lesson the hard way. And if I can play any role in ending the bloodline, I'm gonna be there. And after what you did 2 weeks ago, Roman, it's gonna feel damn good when I kick your head off your shoulders. But it won't just be me. Somebody else is coming to War Games too. I'm bringing a little bit
Who's
of
that then?
backup. The man that you tried to take out 2 weeks ago.
Kevin
Kevin
Dead.
Owens.
Makes
Oh,
sense.
it's-
Yeah.
I thought he was going to pick guys from someone else's industry.
I thought
there.
he
Roman
was
Reigns and the Usos. I told you guys
made
I
a
was
quick
done
one.
with you after WrestleMania.
It was a golf cart.
I told everybody we were done with you after SummerSlam. But you guys won't leave us alone. You won't leave the WWF alone. So I'm here to finish it. I'm here to end the bloodline. And you can run me over with an ambulance. You can run me over with a golf cart. You can run me over with any kind of undisclosed vehicle you care to. You can run me over with a Mack truck. I will make it to Survivor Series. I will walk into that War Games cage. I will
Hey, what's that Mack
stun
truck doing in the
all
parking lot?
4 of you. And you are going to regret that you ever got Kevin Owens back involved in bloodline business.
One
Roman,
more spot here.
listen to me very carefully right now.
Who's the fourth
Same
man?
goes for the Usos. And if you want to hang around with them, you too, Seth. It's one thing to cheat to win a wrestling match. I can do that. And I've done that plenty of times myself, so I can understand. But 2 weeks ago, you tried to kill me, Roman. So at Survivor
Yes,
Series,
he did.
in War Games, it is not fight Owens fight. We're taking it back old school. It will be kill Owens kill.
Owens. Kill.
The
All right,
bloodline
gimmick.
is going to die at the
Oh,
hands
wow.
of Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Cody Rhodes. And Cody,
But who's the fourth?
this is the time that I have to ask you. Who the hell is the 4th man?
Now let's Cody.
You know, for the longest
I'm begging
time,
you.
I held it against Sammy and Kevin that
Why?
they were using the Dusty's Kids moniker. That this company would call anyone from NXT Dusty's Kids when I'm his real kid. But if any 2 men embody the spirit of the American dream, it is Kevin Owens and it is Sami Zayn. So to you guys, let me say publicly that I apologize, and let me say that I am proud to have you on my team for Survivor Series.
Nice, nice.
Two
And since we're going with
Canadians
a
and
theme
America.
here, Kevin and Sammy sat under Dusty's learning tree. I obviously sat under Dusty's learning tree, but one more man learned a
Under
lot
Christmas
from the
tree.
American dream. a guy that I consider a mentor. A man that's not just a legend killer, but he is now a legend in his own right.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry
Wait,
we couldn't get the
wait.
job done at Cyber Sunday, but I will make it up to you in War
Seriously?
Games. Ladies and gentlemen, the man that is Mr. Survivor
Told you they're watching
Series,
us.
Randy.
Damn it, JJ, you swerved me.
I was expecting someone else.
Yeah, this
expecting-
makes all the sense in the
A
world.
lot of people. Let me just say that.
It makes all the
First
sense in the
off,
world.
it's good to be back here in the WWF. I want to give a thank you to Cody for giving me that call and bringing me back to the States. He's always had my back, and I have his. And he also knows that I can't stand Roman Reigns and almost all of his entire bloodline. All those years ago when we started Legacy, it was to protect our family's names, yes, but it was also to protect other families from a tyrant like Roman and the rest of that bloodline. There's a reason I already kicked a worthless Samoan out of Legacy back in the day. It's because you
Fuck the
guys have the
Samoans.
biggest egos I have ever seen.
Oh, besides The Rock.
You act like no other
Besides the
family
Rocky
made this
Rickey
company
shit.
Wait, were there
what it
any
is
Samoans
today.
around during the day?
With hearts,
Manu.
guerreros,
He just said he kicked her out, remember? Manu.
and yes, the Rhodes and the Ortons,
Yeah,
and all of the
Junior.
great wrestling families have a lot to say about that. Roman, you sit on your throne, you claim you're the ruler of everything around here. You act like you're still champion. You act like you're a king. Hell, you act like you're a god. And you have everyone around you hype you up like you're some kind of legend. Well, I don't need to act, kid. I am the legend killer. And at Survivor Series, the four of you are going to be locked in a cage with one of the sickest people in the history of this business. And inside War Games, I reclaim the right to so many of those names that people have called me. Legend Killer, Viper, Mr. Survivor Series, a sick and twisted individual, and one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
And he's the youngest world champion in history
Sammy,
too.
Kevin, I've known you guys forever. Randy, I fought you a bunch of times, and Cody, I fought you a bunch of times. Don't act like you know me. Don't act like we're friends, and don't act like you're trying to look out for me. Sammy, you're jealous. You're jealous that the tribal chief has fully accepted me into the bloodline in such a quick time compared to you. How long did you have to fight and scratch and claw to get a little bit of acknowledgement?
Oh boy.
The tribal chief has accepted me as one of his own, and for that I'm so
Number two is his
grateful.
bitch.
The difference between me and you, Sammy, is that you always have been and always will be a joke. You're a nice guy, but the bloodline doesn't need nice guys, they need winners. And I feel like you all have forgotten that I'm a multiple-time world champion. My track record speaks for itself, and Sammy, you'll find that out at Survivor Series. And Randy, Kevin, Cody, I have stomped you more times than I can count, and I will keep stomping you down at Survivor Series until you quit. Yeah, Sami Zayn, traitor. I actually kind of liked you, Sammy, but I told you you were going to pay the ultimate price for turning your back on the bloodline, and this is it. We already took out your boy Kevin Owens. He's standing on one leg over there. And at War Games, we break your legs too, son.
You bringing cars to that match as well?
We got Owens and Zayn, and we got Orton and Cody. Two okay
Be
teams
a
in their own
rush
right.
hour match.
Hell, they've even been tag team champions. But they ain't blood. They ain't family. They ain't ooses. They ain't real ones. They ain't the hardest ones in the game. They ain't the ones. We're the ones. The Usos are the ones. And it will be one and done at Survivor Series. Bloodline 1. Everybody else, 0.
You think?
I have heard
We'll
enough.
find out. We'll find out.
Sami Zayn, don't act all high and mighty now. You were begging me to accept you in the bloodline. I know everyone has a short memory around here, but last time I checked, you kicked your best friend in the balls just so I would accept you in the family. Randy Orton, where have you been? I ain't seen you in like 2 years. Oh yeah, the bloodline took you out. I remember now. And at Survivor Series, we'll be glad to finish the job. Kevin Owens. Now I'll admit, you're a tough son of a bitch. And hell, I thought running you over really would take you out. But if I have to do worse inside War Games, I will. And Cody Rhodes, the golden boy, the protected one. I've been there. Give it time, they'll start booing you too. You always need help when it comes to me, don't you? You needed Randy's help last month. You needed Arn Anderson's help the month before that. You needed Dwayne to come in for WrestleMania.
Yes, he did.
Well, at Survivor Series, inside the War Games cage, I break you. I will break you physically, I will break you mentally, and you will quit on the fans. You will quit
He knows where to
on
go.
your friends, and you will quit on your own father. 'Cause yeah, you're right, Randy.
Come on, Roman. Let's
There's
not go
plenty
with
of
that.
other wrestling
Oh
families.
my
There's
God.
plenty of families that do this as a job.
Oh,
But we built this place brick by brick by brick. From the Wild Samoans to the Usos, from Yokozuna to The Rock to Roman Reigns, we are the greatest
forget about
collection
Batista?
of them all. We feast at the head of the table. You all fight for scraps, and after War Games, you won't be fighting at all. Because at Survivor Series, all of you and New York City will acknowledge me. And Cody, you, your brother, and even your dead daddy are going to acknowledge me as the king of War Games.
Damn, you son of a bitch.
oh no!
Now this is now it's broken down now.
Oh, you did
That
it
set
now.
it off. That set it
We
off.
got War
Steve, we
Games
need
early.
security out here.
Except
Oh
without
my
Kane.
Steve,
God.
get some security.
A brawl has
Oh,
broken
oh.
out between the War Games teams. Steve Austin has sent out security to try to break this up. We are out of time. We'll see you next week.
I want to welcome everyone to
Go home
Monday
to
Night
Survivor
Raw,
Series.
and I want to apologize to some of the fans in attendance who may have been expecting a few superstars, but I had no choice after the brawl of a few weeks ago and the brawl that got out of hand last week that I had to ban
CM Punk
both
wasn't even
teams
involved.
that are inside of War Games
He was at home
from the building
drinking Pepsis
tonight.
with me.
However, Old Stone Cold
You went to
assures
CM Punk's
everybody
house?
they will be in New York City at Survivor Series participating in War Games. However, I have allowed one wrestler from each team to compete in tonight's main event to decide the man advantage inside of War Games. So tonight it will be representing Team Cody, Randy Orton versus the man representing the Bloodline, Seth
I believe
Whoever
that's
the main
Rollins.
event tonight gets the advantage in War
The
Games.
advantage. Yep.
that's contract tampering, Glenn, and you know it.
I have had a lot of thinking
Fraternizing
to
is
do over
okay.
the last
There's
few
no harm in
weeks.
that.
And I keep
Contract
thinking about
tampering.
how I am
We're fraternizing.
the rightful Intercontinental Champion, how I am the real
Why the heck has
Intercontinental
gone for look
Champion,
like
and
Michael
how I never
Fassbender
lost
there?
that belt, and how, to this day, nobody has pinned me since I won this Intercontinental Championship over a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago.
Your fake heavyweight title.
And I keep
Jesus
thinking about how
Christ,
this
Gunter.
sport has
It wasn't
tradition.
fake when he won
Dates
it.
all the way back to
And
the
yes,
beginning.
and we held it up until the start of this
How
year.
the first athletes to appear on television
Christ.
were professional
His belt
wrestlers.
is legitimate.
But now
It's a fake legit. Ain't that right, JJ?
I can lose this Intercontinental
Just
Championship.
because JJ forgot
Without
to
being
draft
pinned.
him isn't Gunther's fault.
They want me to climb up a ladder like I'm a common handyman or an acrobat. And once again, it's like I said when I got here. This company relies on old ideas from old men that can't do it anymore.
Oh,
A ladder match is a brutal, barbaric, and
They're
absolute
shooting on my book.
disgrace of what you could refer to as a wrestling match.
I thought he was shooting on me for a
But
second.
if this company really wants me to break Shinsuke Nakamura that bad, to hurt him that bad that I can climb a ladder and grab a championship, then I will do just that, despite the odds stacked against the ring general. It's as simple as this. I bring a beat down on Shinsuke Nakamura like he has never seen before. Clothesline after clothesline, powerbomb after powerbomb, whatever I have to do to him. Once they stretcher him out of the arena, I will climb the ladder and retrieve what has been rightfully mine for the last year and a half. My name goes in the record book where it should have always been, and the reign of Gunther is not started, it is not restarted, it continues at Survivor Series. I just hope everyone remembers
it would legitimize it,
not
wouldn't
to
it?
blame me.
It would if he
And I hope
unites the two
Shinsuke
together.
remembers when he's a broken mess of a man to blame Shawn Michaels for what I have to do.
Oh, well, hang on a minute.
What?
Gunther,
Shawn made the
we are
match.
very alike. We have been champion
Shawn-
all
it's
over
Shawn's
the world.
fault what
Our
Gunther
reputation
puts,
has preceded us before we got to
what he puts
WWF,
Shinsuke
and we are
through.
both Intercontinental champions. I have also never been in a ladder match, but the difference between you and I is, I have no excuses. I have been undefeated in 2023, and because of that I earned this championship. If you were as good as you claim, you should have been picked up in the first draft, but you didn't make the cut. So I took your title and actually defended it while you were away. We will settle this at Survivor Series. You can chop till I'm red, and try your hardest to write my name out of the record books and erase my legacy from this championship. You may be strong physically, but you are weak-minded, and I will make sure you will never forget the feeling of my knee hitting your face and knocking you out in New York City. You are a ring general, but I am the king of strong style, and I reclaim my throne at Survivor Series.
Nice.
That's gonna be perhaps match of the year by the looks
They
of
say
it.
good things come to those that wait. Well, the Street Profits have waited long enough. Time and time and time again, we've come oh so close, but oh so far. But right about now, we have never been better, and we have never been more focused. Edge, you screwed us at WrestleMania. Hangman Page, you screwed us at SummerSlam, and you put your hands on my wife. Now you both got lucky at TLC, I'll give you credit. But at Survivor Series, you're not going to survive your match with the Street Profits. This is not just for the Tag Team Championships, this is personal. It's like Tez said, this is personal. Edge, you put your hand on a lady way too many times, and where I come from, we don't play that. And Hangman, you want to join the goth freaks because you're too scared to stand on your own 2 feet like a man. Well, at Survivor Series, Edge and Hangman, we turn the 2 Adams into 2 Eves, if you know what I'm saying. And we all know
Dang.
Rhea wears the pants
You're
in
gonna
the Judgment
castrate
Day.
them.
But I ain't worried about
God,
Rhea
I don't
because
think so.
Bianca and
I'm
her
not that
crew
loyal.
are going to take care of Rhea Ripley. We, the Street Profits, are going to take care of the Judgment Day. And at Survivor Series, we're getting all the smoke. We're winning those tag team championships. And we are going to have the biggest after party in the NYC, baby.
I might join them for that. Never like a good after party.
Glenn, stop contract tampering.
Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins. Once again claiming that this is the real time. This is the time that they actually grab that brass ring and win the tag team championships. Where have I seen that before? Oh, yeah. WrestleMania. When you guys failed. Backlash. When Montez Ford failed.
Yep.
SummerSlam. When Montez Ford and Bianca Belair failed.
Yes.
Oh, Unforgiven. That's right. The
sticking them all up
TLC
in
match
the lot.
where you guys
Oh,
failed
there's a bit of interference when
and
you
we
focus
won
on
the
it.
tag team championships. You guys are nice.
Narcissistic. You didn't know
You
he
have a
was
few
involved on
cool
that.
moves. The crowd loves you. But you don't have the mental capacity to overcome the Judgment Day. You're worried about dancing and chanting and getting the crowd into it instead of doing what needs to be done. And that is why the Hangman is a tag team champion. And you guys are once again the challengers. Always the bridesmaid, but never the bride. And it will continue at Survivor Series. And you say you're not worried about Rhea Ripley? I'm not either. She's gonna wipe the floor with Bianca Belair like she always has. And at Survivor Series, Judgment Day beats the Street Profits, once and for all proving that you are fool's gold. And I really hope the random wheel spins you guys off into England so I never have to see your face again.
Wow, Jesus.
It has been
Edge
months
shooting here.
and months of
Damn it, Edge.
potential, high potential, but never getting the job done. You guys are exactly where the Hangman was months ago.
God damn
He
it,
made
Edge.
the hard choice, but I don't think you guys have it in you. But I just want you to think about this for one moment. After you guys lose, how long can this friendship really last? How long can you guys keep doing the same old song and dance without changing anything? How long can Angelo Dawkins deal with Montez Ford being called a primetime player and everybody else forgetting about
Well,
him?
that's just racist.
How is
Not
that?
like
How
that.
is that?
But I guess those are questions
that?
we'll
I
answer at
understand where
Survivor
it's coming from.
Series. See you then, boys.
That's going to be something, let me tell you.
Our next women's match will feature a member of Team Bianca versus the mystery final partner of Team Rhea.
Okay, we're about to find out who the last member of Team Rhea is for Survivor Series.
Way to go there,
I've got a clue.
Seems like AI might be
I need one, 'cause I don't know.
I've heard a few rumors.
Here comes Oscar.
Well, I know Oscar's here. I know what team she's on.
I've heard a few rumors about the final member of Team Rhea. When you listen on the grapevine, you sometimes hear things. Sometimes you hear things.
I mean, Oscar's always got a Thanos theme, and he always is. He never gets old.
I love her theme.
Yeah, I know it's done in English dub. Could you imagine if they sang it in Japanese? You know, imagine the lyrics.
Then I wouldn't know what they're saying, Glenn.
I love when foreign songs are dubbed into English because I just
But it does work. Just know, I mean, it'd be like seeing a real anime character come to life.
look back on the storied history of you look back on the storied history of Asuka. You look back on something called the Kana incident, and
We might have another incident here.
Who's she facing?
Wait a second.
Who's
What
the
is
final
this?
third of the team with?
What is this?
What is this? Oh my goodness!
Wait, she doesn't work here! No,
What?
get her off the
What?
She doesn't work here!
He's on my roster!
She doesn't work here!
Viper, what are you doing? I didn't
She's
What are you doing to me?
Who allowed this?
she's jumped ship.
He's under contract with the
I heard a rumor.
She walked out on WWE.
I don't know if she walked out or if they just made a deal, but
I think she's doing a favour for her friend, the once known Nikki Storm.
I don't believe this.
yeah, but how the hell did she pull this off? This is a hell of a favor.
They treaded the boards all across the United Kingdom for nearly 10 years
So
together.
is she still in the WWE?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that forbidden door just got cracked wide open.
Yeah.
Oh my
You're
god.
not wrong,
well,
JJ. He is
we've
cracked
got
wide open.
Forbidden. We enter the forbidden door in January right now. We're breaking in through the forbidden window.
This is the it's Christmas time. Maybe this is the forbidden chimney.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe Christmas came early for the
I mean, this feels like a Christmas present as Asuka rolling up Viper.
This crowd's amazing. About
I
this.
can't believe I'm saying that. I
You
don't
wanna
think
talk-
I'm
you want-
allowed to say that.
You want to talk about credible? You want to talk about credible and dangerous women to be in the ring with? Viper.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, for sure, but
She
she
just
doesn't
made her
work here.
debut a couple of months ago for the NBA. And now she's here in the World Wrestling Federation.
Yes, she did.
Presumably on some sort of loan or trade deal with the
Well,
WWE, apparently.
Oh, I'm just looking at the papers.
When you can tell us about that, apparently there's some sort of deal you've made with JJ.
I don't know how did Nikki Cross get this brokered? Who
Well,
did
I'm
she
actually
speak to?
I'm looking at the papers right
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
You made a deal with JJ.
I believe there's one person who does most of the backstage work at the WWA.
Well, you know, relatively speaking,
I think she talked to the disgruntled employee, right?
Yeah.
well, I mean,
Yes,
relatively
she did.
speaking, Scotland is a small place, you know.
Right now, Viper is just like,
Oh,
Jesus
man.
Christ.
Well, Asuka's feeling pretty small after that.
Alright, I'm telling you, we did make some deals there with a loan.
Oh,
with
big
JJ.
kick! Come on, Asuka!
Oh come on, Glenn!
Defend
You
the
can't.
WWF
Glenn, you
honor,
can't.
come on.
Glenn, you can't claim. You can't claim
Paperwork.
credit for. You can't claim credit for this.
No, I've got the paperwork to prove of what went down.
Well, Glenn must have signed off on it.
I think you know when he was partying with Ric Flair. I think we handed the contract to him at that point.
Okay, that's what they were signing. Okay.
Kevin Nash
I
had
heard
it in his hand.
I heard he signed something during that night. So
Yeah, I think that's what it was. As Asuka, come on, Asuka, knock her out. Come on, 1, 2, 3, quick count.
Come on, Viper,
Come
you've
on,
got
ref.
this.
Ref,
what
are you doing?
Doing the WWA.
Help out your squad.
Viper is one of the most
There you
vicious
go.
and
He
dangerous women
doesn't
in the
work
business.
here. Fast counter.
you have to wonder why Nikki Cross would even want to outdo
You wanna-
her after
one thing-
Ripley told her to screw off, basically. But
One thing you have got to consider is, and I'm not obviously, you know, I do have biases in favour in favour of Viper. Both, this is a dream match.
Oh, you're getting it right now there.
Oh,
Tom.
You're getting,
yeah.
you are getting a dream match here on
And
Raw.
I didn't think it would happen on Raw. I didn't
This
think it would happen this so early in the year.
this is a
That's
preview for Survivor Series.
Whatever the old WWE did with Doudrop and Eva Marie, this is the true. This
Oh,
is
you
the
can
true
forget
Viper.
about it after that.
1,
Two.
Oh my God.
Viper gets a win over Oscar. Wow.
Is Asuka even going to be okay for Survivor Series? Good Lord.
Viper just sent a message to the World Wrestling Federation. This is how the women's division does it.
He sent a message to everybody.
My understanding as well is that Viper does have in her back pocket a women's championship match at WWA in her back pocket.
She's looking strong heading into that. I can't believe it.
He's getting a championship match.
So any opportunity to get on TV, you've got to think it's worth taking.
Viper is going to be at Survivor Series and on Rhea Ripley's team thanks to Nikki Cross.
Yeah.
And actually very, very surprising if she's interested in helping. But Rhea basically told the entire women's division to get lost.
Well, hey, you gotta prove yourself on pay-per-view one way or
tonight
another,
is
right?
WrestleMania quality.
Well, the WWF
Randy
fans
Orton
were
and Seth
shocked.
Rollins.
They
The
couldn't
winner
believe
wins
it.
the man
Yeah.
advantage on their
Shocked.
War Games team.
Maybe do some good ratings
will
there, I
get-
guess.
Here we are, the main event. The winner of the match will get the advantage in the War Games
There you
match.
go, yeah.
Book the coin toss. They're getting this match instead.
Maybe that's the first time you and me,
Oh,
JJ,
God.
missed together.
Oh, God.
Damn it, Seth.
Well, hey, Seth Rollins he's a believer in the bloodline. He's their, dare I say, he's their second in command.
Yeah.
Maybe
It's the
he
third
is.
time we're seeing the Seth Rollins in his full tribal gear coming out to the Usos music even.
I mean, he is bought into what Roman is selling.
What if he's manipulating him though, JJ? You never
Well,
know.
has he? Yeah, that Seth.
We've been wondering this whole time who's using who, but
Yeah.
it's Seth Rollins competing in the main
Seth
event with Raw,
Rollins,
not Roman Reigns. So
Seth Rollins.
Well,
and
Roman
it's-
Reigns,
tell me.
neither of them have a championship match at Survivor Series. That would be the other former member of the Shield. But
Seth Rollins, an experienced and practiced manipulator. He knows how to get people to do what he wants them to do.
so does this man, Randy Orton.
Yeah, the man who's continued hearing voices in his head.
Randy Orton, arguably the last generation's manipulator, and Rollins, this generation's. Not to say, of course, that Randy Orton is past his best. Randy Orton is obviously.
I don't know. He was looking pretty jacked
Hey,
tonight.
Randy
looks
Orton
like
is
he's
still-
had some Botox or something.
Randy Orton is still on top of his game. Not to say that he is past his best. He's still on top of
Still
his
one of
game.
the best in the world. He said earlier he would reclaim his spot as one of the greatest of all time. I
Well,
believe him.
here's his opportunity right now, going up against arguably the next generation's version of him.
There's only one Randy
In
Orton.
generations gone by, we saw one generation's man take on the previous generation's man.
Well,
At WrestleMania, we saw.
I don't think Seth Rollins is equivalent to Randy Orton.
I don't know. I think that there's an argument there. That Seth Rollins is this generation's version of
I would
Randy
say
Orton.
Seth Rollins is much more Triple H.
I agree, Cole. Seth is more like Triple H. I mean,
Yeah, but he's not on this roster, so fuck him. Anyway,
But we have seen. But we have seen over the years.
there's only
we've
one RKO. Let's get that straight.
We have seen. We have seen over the years the previous generation's man take on the current generation's man at WrestleMania 17 when The Rock faced Hulk Hogan. You know.
That's the WrestleMania 18.
Yeah, okay, I got my numbers wrong.
The WrestleMania
Well, this
now.
is certainly a WrestleMania quality match. These guys have gone at it at WrestleMania before. I expect nothing less.
Whereas
Here in
this
this
match
main
will
event.
get the man advantage for Survivor Series for their team.
This is a big time match.
An important match because the advantage is not only in the. It's not the advantage in the match. Not only is the first man in your team entering, that advantage carries through the match.
Okay, yes, great point.
You
That carries through
you
the
will
entire
always
match.
have an extra man.
You will, and you get all of your team members in the ring before the other team.
A sneak preview in this way. If Randy Orton and Seth started off, this could be
2
a
on 1,
preview.
3 on 2 on 1, 3 on 2, and
You can,
ultimately
I
4
mean, you
on
can
3.
you can effectively, you can't officially end the match, but you can effectively end the match before the last guy enters the ring.
That can happen. We've seen that happen in the previous matches in the War Games matches. And Randy Orton's with
Oh,
a Nelson
big slam.
Full Nelson slam right there.
And, knee drop.
I mean, these two guys clash at WrestleMania, one of the best WrestleMania matches I think I've ever seen in modern day time. I mean, Seth even sold the greatest RKO ever. I mean, you can forget that.
We'll never forget that. You got to think Seth is going to be watching for that.
We might see it tonight.
He's gonna try to avoid that RKO at all costs.
Oh, a stiff uppercut there by the Legend Killer. Randy Orton's still looking a lot jacked than he ever has done. I mean, he's looks in better condition since he got chokeslammed to hell by Kane at the United Nations.
He's doing a lot better. He's got rehab. He's jacked. He's in great shape. And now it's inverted Boston Crab. Game really loves Randy Orton using that. I don't know why they think that's one of his moves.
Maybe it is. Maybe it's one of the new moves he invented later on. Who knows?
Yeah, well, sometimes you got to go away, learn a new hold, as JR says. And
maybe that's what Orton was doing while he was away. Despite he was recuperating.
Seth Rollins. That's I know I've been talking about Randy Orton a lot, but let's not forget Seth Rollins, one of the best as well.
Indeed, he was the first NXT heavyweight champion. You know, he came with the Shield and he won WrestleMania 31 to become the champion when he beat Brock
multiple-time world
Lesnar.
champion, and yeah, he was on a bit of a losing streak, but he's been on a winning streak here lately. Bloodline has got his momentum back. I mean, I hate to say it, but him coming over to the Bloodline has worked.
But is Seth Rollins or basically Roman Reigns being manipulated? That's what I think is going on here.
I don't think we're going to get any answers about that tonight.
That's what I'm kind of smelling.
This is all about war games. This is all about the advantage.
Yeah, either one of these two will go into the event.
So far, I think in this match, in the early goings of this match, I would have said advantage Randy Orton, but it's certainly the wheels certainly seem to have turned in the opposite direction now, and I think Seth Rollins is on top at the moment.
The tide has shifted to.
I say that just as Randy Orton takes control.
Back to Randy. This is back and forth here.
Of course, I say that just as Randy Orton has a flurry. Because everything I say is pointless.
Wait a second. Orton might put an end to the flurry. It might just end the match right here with the DDT.
There's the elevated DDT, trademark Randy Orton.
I should probably test to see if my mystical powers are working. Randy Orton is on top here. Randy Orton is on top here.
Okay, let's see here.
Yes.
And the man advantage for War Games.
No.
Oh my God.
Seth Rollins showing the strength that has got him to the game.
I thought Cody's team had the advantage right then and there.
We all thought it there for a split second, JJ. The referee's hand hit that massive would have been.
Randy Orton dropped to the floor.
That's old school, Randy.
Randy, it's not Survivor Series yet. This is just the go-home show. I know the crowd is. I know we have a packed crowd tonight, but my God.
In the capital of the United States, in Washington, in the home state of Batista.
That's right. That's right.
Oh my Lord. Jesus Christ, Randy!
No, he's got Seth just bouncing off the walls.
Is it me or have we lost Colin commentary?
I'm here.
Advantage.
Oh, there you are.
The advantage is strongly in favour of Randy Orton at the moment.
Here is Orton. Tossing Collins all the way across the ring.
Oh, wow.
Orton, not a suplex master, but he has perfected that exploder suplex.
Maybe that was a shoot to Brock Lesnar, I guess.
The referee has gone outside to check on Rollins.
Oh, wait a minute. Who the hell is that?
Solo Sikoa.
Solo, so what?
Solo who?
That's who Marga's
the hell is
son,
that?
isn't it? That's who Marga's son.
That's one of the Samoan family. And he just hit Randy Orton with a spike.
The third Uso, Solo Sikoa.
Oh my God.
Oh no. Son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch is right.
The Solo Sikoa, you're right. He
the third Uso
drafted
brother
to the World Wrestling Federation. He's been in developmental. He's been off training. We haven't seen him with the rest of the Bloodline.
Yeah,
many people forget the Usos are not the only children of Rikishi. Solo Sikoa is also the third son.
It paid off here. All the other War Games teams were banned, and
up until the start of the year,
Sikoa
he was
comes
a member of the Bloodline. And here we go. Here's Survivor Series.
The Thanksgiving tradition continues with the
Madison
37th
Square
annual
Garden.
Survivor Series live
The most
from the
famous
world's most
arena
famous
ever
arena,
built.
Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, thanks, Ayako. You stole my
The
line.
Intercontinental Championship controversy will be settled once and for all when the World Wrestling
Yep, when the ring getting around makes it legitimate.
And the World Wrestling
No,
Federation
Shinsuke's gonna make it
Intercontinental
legitimate.
Championships Kei
Trust me.
Nakamura unified both titles in a ladder match. The Street Profits are looking for revenge after the attacks.
Is this the Deadly Game?
Yeah, they did an updated version.
Oh, no.
Nice.
The megastar sensation Logan Paul and the rock star John Morrison clash in New York City. Jon Moxley will put his money in the bank contract on the line against the Punk for the World Wrestling Federation
I think that's a
Championship.
mistake on the
Moxley is
part
on
of
this
Moxley
contendership.
myself.
Punk wants an insurance policy
Maybe he's
for
gonna
his
put that
fight.
hair on the
However, there
wall
will
as
be no
well.
rematches and no championship.
You're the only
One
big
way or
with a
another,
big
this
face.
will be the only time we see Jon Moxley versus CM Punk. The traditional Survivor Series match returns for the women. Belair cannot challenge for the title, but she can get paid back directly. It's a 4-on-4 elimination match. Mickie James, Liv Morgan, and Asuka join Team Bianca. In Team Rio, will be backed by Nikki Cross, Shayna Baszler, and Bopper from the World Wrestling Alliance. For the first time ever, we will see a World Wrestling Federation variation of War Games, a 4-on-4 match between the Nightmare Family and the Bloodline. Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and Cody Rhodes will go to war with Seth Rollins, Jimmy and Jey Uso, and Roman Reigns. Join us next time for Survivor Series and War Games.
One person there.
Hey, look,
Oh,
they
the
needed a name,
family.
okay?
You know, I mean,
They needed a name.
I mean, while we're at it, we'll just make Team Rhea Ripley the NWO. Why not?
Yeah, well, no, because none of them are on that team. But anyway,
women's organisation.
So if we went a little quiet during that, folks, it's because we're talking a lot over promos, which I'm sure JJ will cut out. But nevertheless, let's go ahead and get into some thoughts here.
We'll start off. The first thing really was Logan Paul kind of turned on John Morrison and said, "It's your fault that we lost. I don't like you anymore. I'm going to challenge you for Survivor Series."
They had one tag team match. They got in the ring. We're a brand new tag team. We're a new tag team. We're to put except no, fuck you because you lost the match for us. And Morrison's like, no, screw you. You're nothing. You just remind me of just a shit versus the Miz, and they got a match at Survivor Series. Okay, interesting. I mean, it's in league with what happened between Logan Paul and The Miz. I feel like this is a stepping stone to making Logan Paul a bigger deal on your show. So I do think we'll talk about that when we get to predictions.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely what somebody of Logan Paul's generation would do. Because they always talk about this generation of young people not sticking to their guns, and Logan Paul clearly could be making a mistake. Maybe not.
Flippant in his tag partners.
Yeah, maybe it's a mistake. Maybe not. We'll see whether he can knock off Johnny several names. Johnny Raw now, I suppose.
It's John Morrison. Come on now.
No, we're gonna call him Johnny the Man with 1,000 names.
Johnny Federation.
Oh, Jesus.
You know that's not bad. Wait a second.
Johnny Federation. That's not JJ we're talking about. It's John Morrison. That's stuck in my head. Thanks,
Glenn,
Tom.
any thoughts on the
Well, I mean,
YouTuber and the
Paul presumably is going to grow from this. I mean,
he's obviously going to, Tom.
He's your highlight star, one of the best young athletes of his generation. Oh my God, what am I saying?
We've gone too far with this.
In absolute fairness to him, no celebrity has come in and done as well as he has, as quickly as he has, and no celebrity has taken to it as well as he has. But still, I don't really like the guy, but you've got to give it. You've got to give him credit for what he's done in wrestling so far.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Tom.
Whether you want to or not.
All I will say is for this, JJ, is that I really liked how this was panning out. I thought we were going to see the full-fledged team of Logan Paul and John Morrison, but no, he swerved us and he, blames Morrison for the loss, and now they're going to go at each other, and Morrison telling the young Logan what's going to happen, and teach him a few moves at the old school way of the business. He's been wrestling for 15 years, so there's some proof there for Morrison to show how it's done in the wrestling business. But I'd like to see how that's going to go. I didn't expect it to happen that quick. I was a bit caught off guard on that one. But pretty good promo, and it was good for Logan to open up the build-up on the first week.
All right. So I'll just kind of go through the matches and kind of what happened in the build-up, not necessarily what happened in order. So the next kind of match that got built up was the Street Profits getting a couple wins over the last few weeks, and they finally have not necessarily a face-to-face, but they cut a promo in the ring. Edge cuts a promo on the Titantron, says, y'all have failed every single time. You're going to fail again. And are you going to be able to stick together after you fail this time?
Shall we go in reverse order in this one?
Yeah, however.
I have to say, this was a really good storyline you're building up here. Like, you're really pushing the Street Profits into the title picture, and again, the promos.
They needed some wins. They have not gotten nearly enough wins.
They've come so close.
Very
so
heavy
far.
Street Profits on this show.
And I could tell you really loves doing that. The voice gimmicking in that promo at the end, that was really, really good. Edge coming out and he kind of shoots on that a little bit, which he did on the Titantron. He made some good points because the Street Profits have barely won anything since we've been going in 2023, and now they're finally going to get their big chance to go for tag team gold. And I actually loved how this all panned out, so definitely going to look forward to seeing how the match will unfold at Survivor Series. Big time.
I certainly hope it isn't going the way I think it's going. That it could be curtains for the Street Profits. But
you can't do that. You want to have a tag division.
Well, I mean, every
rock in a hard
tag team,
place, right?
Every tag team comes to an end. I mean, Logan Paul did say, "I'm not going to win the tag titles with you, so maybe another tag team partner down the line." You have to weigh up that opportunity, and we're all aware the draft is coming. He could pick up more tag teams.
That's true.
So he does have that opportunity. But personally, I think the Street Profits are really good together, and obviously, good. But at the same time, I don't really want to see the Judgment Day lose. So I'm in a bit of a quandary, really.
The rock in a hard place theory. I know how that feels.
Yeah.
So this makes perfect sense given the build-up with the mixed tag match and all that kind of stuff. This feud has been simmering. It makes sense to get to this point. Now they're the tag team champions. You can see what you've been building towards with this. Them getting a couple of wins on TV, good, makes them look good. The Edge promo was interesting. It does obviously seem like shit stirring, trying to sow seeds against them. It's like, how long can you stay together? It's like, well, we're friends and we enjoy being together. We can be together as long as we want. We don't all have to be like you and your freaking friends who will turn on each other. Edge.
But it's wrestling, you know what I mean?
Yeah, just because all your tag partners turned on you doesn't mean it has to happen. So, but yeah, nevertheless, it's going to be interesting. Edge trying to sow the seeds of doubt between them. But we'll get to it when we get to predictions. But this was a fun build.
All right, the next build. The next build, not a whole lot outside of somebody coming in, but it's Team Bianca. She gets Mickie James, Asuka, and Liv on her team. Rhea is looking for partners, can't find any. Nobody in the locker room likes her. Nikki Cross is able to broker a deal. Shayna's willing to be on her team if she gets a title shot. And then eventually Viper from the WWA comes out and she basically squashes Asuka. And those are your two squads for the traditional Survivor Series match.
Well, it's interesting because she goes, "Oh, screw you women." But then when Nikki comes up to her, she's like, "Oh, I don't want you. I teamed you before. You're shit." And at that point, you think that Nikki would be like, "Well, fuck you can have 4-on-1 then." Have fun losing in a handicap match then. But for some reason, not only does she agree to it, but then she also gets her friend Viper involved from WWA. Interesting. I don't know whether this is a case of we're building towards Forbidden Door here, or you just didn't have enough women to fill this slot. Interesting.
Could be both. It could be both, Carl.
I thought this match kind of needed something.
Something. Okay, fair enough. So like in terms of the build up, I would have said that if I was the women, I would have told her to screw off, and I would have just left her here by herself, especially Nikki Cross.
Yeah, but a 4-on-1 match is horrible for pay-per-view.
Yes, it is.
You can't build that.
But Nikki Cross in particular should have told her unless Rhea would have got her an incentive. Like what she should have said was, everybody who joins my team gets a title shot in the future, guaranteed, sort of thing. Then maybe that might have made a bit more sense.
I mean, the champion owes you one. I mean,
yeah,
whether she says it or not, that knowledge is there in the back of your mind.
He's also been a complete bitch and turned on the entire division and drove Beth Phoenix out of the company after getting her to turn on her husband. Are you going to trust that woman to honour her word? Do you know what I mean?
Nikki has slightly more power now that Rhea is aware that she's one phone call away from a very, very scary, large Scottish woman. If I was bullying you, and then you proved to me that you had access to a 7-foot tall man who has hands made of stone and will quite happily come to my house and beat me up, I would immediately change the way I was treating you.
Well, if you were in a company where you are wanting to be the top woman, you wouldn't necessarily want stronger competition coming in, but.
It is what it is, Carl. It is what it is.
I mean, I can.
Rhea needed some friends, okay?
I can let a little bit of light in because I actually do want a bit of input from anybody viewing this. Is the walls between brands being a little bit more liquid something that people would welcome?
Well, I'd say no in general, just because I like to keep the things separate. Because I like the brand.
I don't mean every week.
No.
But
I think during this kind of Forbidden Door time, so to speak, we can be a little lenient. Yeah,
it makes it more special to do it now.
In April we should all be separate.
For me, the Raw and SmackDown thing is way better when they stay completely separate and they only interact at special occasions.
That makes a lot of sense.
I think when they water down the brand split thing is when it ruins it. And I don't want that to happen with this show. So we're only going to be doing it for Forbidden Door. And I think it makes this season special, and I think it makes this make sense. But we should be doing it after January now.
Yeah, after the draft, we can maybe make some, plans, but then after that, boom, like that.
Well, as I say, it's known that I'm opening a brand up at early part of next year. I think then my first show will probably be the climax of people coming from other places then temporarily.
Yeah.
I
have to say,
I think from December and January we can kind of
because we're building up to the big crossover show.
I think after the draft, and certainly for that 10-month period, let's say, hard no.
But now we're building up to Forbidden Door. We're building up to Forbidden Door now, so this makes sense.
Well, though, we have to be wary because we have to go back on the DLS just in case there's any more guys because of the tradings that might happen during the draft. That's the problem.
We'll figure all that out with drafts.
Because the creator creation will be over by January, so it's important.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter right now. Let's carry on with this.
In any case,
Glenn, your thoughts on the women's Survivor Series?
took long enough, but I have to say I'm looking forward to seeing how it's going to unfold. Particularly the intriguing woman in my division from WWE is now in the mix.
I was gonna say you have a vested interest in this.
Yes,
certainly.
I will admit there was a bit of a hidden deal going on to bring Viper over. After all, she's got herself a title shot to go in December, so maybe she's going to use this as maybe her own stomping ground.
We might end up seeing a champion match. Who knows?
That could happen.
From there, we get the build to the ladder match for the undisputed Intercontinental Championship. Shawn Michaels comes out. He's basically been given the blessing to announce that it's going to be a ladder match. It's going to be Madison Square Garden. We're going to party like it's 1994, and the 2 championships will be on the line.
This makes perfect sense. We knew this.
You all called it. You called it. I was so pissed, but
it made so much sense. It's just it's just perfect booking. But then you making it an MSG, having Shawn be the one to announce it, because it is almost this time.
Basically, it's the same thing.
This time 30 years ago is exactly when Shawn came back with the other Intercontinental title. Like it's almost exactly next April will be the 30th. Year anniversary of this thing. So yeah, it makes perfect sense. This is great build up. I enjoyed all the promos that they cut. AI Nakamura included, because I can't talk. It was just as good as my Becky Lynch. I
didn't want to do like an accent. Be weird about it.
It sounded really good. It sounded really good, to be fair. But yeah, Shawn being the one to announce it made perfect sense. Madison Square Garden is just absolutely perfect. I love how Gunther's like, I don't believe in this type of match. It's a barbaric match, a ladder match.
And he basically said what he said at the start. He was like, "Oh, another old idea from the booker, another old thing brought back." Like,
but yeah, he seems to be the one being like, "We should be doing this as a traditional wrestling match." Ironically, he's calling her out for bringing back old ideas, but at the same time, But
it makes so much perfect sense, though. I mean,
yeah, this is logical booking. Just because it's the thing that we all call doesn't mean it's wrong. It's because it's the right decision. So.
It is the right decision. Bang on about it.
I suppose I'm next then. Obviously, it's the decision that needed to happen. You can't have 2 Intercontinental champions running around.
There was a part of me that said, "Oh, can I drag this out till Mania?" But no, I didn't think it had enough. I didn't think it had enough juice to drag it out that long.
I think it needs to get solved here. Having HBK announce it is brilliant. WWE actually did something similar. They had a situation in NXT a few years ago with 2 cruiserweight champions, and they resolved that in a ladder match. They booked that match by having the 2 guys arguing in the ring with the belts. HBK's music hits. He walks out to the ring, says no words, gets a ladder out from under the ring, slides it between the 2 blokes, and points at them. Which is, yeah. So I think that was, but yeah, you've got 2 champions. You need to have one. The ladder match is the way you do it. Obviously, time immemorial. So yeah, it'll be a good match. Gunther will win, and
I think he's gonna watch. I think Nakamura's gonna do it, man. But if there's one guy who'll be proud of this, is Razor Ramon, because he and Michaels were in that match 30 years ago. It makes perfect sense, to be honest.
Yeah,
perfect tribute to the.
We're gonna settle it.
To be honest, I hadn't clocked that it was the 30th anniversary. To be honest, so that makes it even more appropriate that it's 30 years, and so yeah.
It's a shame the real WWF haven't done that. If they went back to Madison Square Garden for the 40th anniversary, I mean, I'm telling you,
fantastic match choice, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It could steal the show. It has a possibility to be the match of the entire night. If you think about it, 40 years ago repeats 40 years later. That's just my mind state of how it could be. But it all makes sense. Like, this whole unification had to happen somewhere. We wanted to have it done at WrestleMania, which would have been quite cool, but as you know, JJ, how appropriate on the pay-per-view that certain Deadman debuted on, and now you're going to do it instead for Survivor Series for a ladder match unification for the IC belts. So, yeah, this all makes perfect sense, and to have it in the most famous arena as well. So,
It also makes sense. He also has a history with it, with Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Survivor Series
it does,
96.
yeah, it is. It does, yeah. It really makes Survivor Series a big deal.
Well,
And of course,
I mean, in terms of Survivor Series 96 was in Madison Square Garden, so.
yes, it was. Yeah, that's when Shawn lost to Sid when he lost the WWF title.
Yeah.
So yeah, it makes sense.
I definitely think I stacked this Survivor Series card. We then get maybe the most interesting kind of I don't know if stipulation is the word, but ruling as far as we get John Moxley, CM Punk. Punk convinces Moxley to put the money in the bank on the line, and Moxley convinces Punk to rid the champion's advantage and rid the champion's rematch, and it's basically winner takes all or nothing here between
Okay,
Moxley and
so I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I was on CM Punk's side of this promo because Moxley was being a moron. Whereas, like, I won the Money in the Bank briefcase, I won an 8-man ladder match, but I don't actually want
anything
it
with it
because it's a cheap way to win the title. It's like, and Punk was like, first of all, you've done that before. Second of all, you're telling me you just wasted the briefcase. So, like, yeah, you've got a proper number one contenders match now, but you basically, say you lose to me at Survivor Series, you could cash in right then. You could cash in at WrestleMania. Why would you not use it, you idiot? But Moxley is just like, oh no, it's not the honourable thing. I only did it against Seth Rollins because he fucking deserved it. Blah blah blah. So Moxley was being a moron. Punk goaded him into putting in the briefcase of the line. So I assume it means that Mox can now not cash in that briefcase during this match. But it does mean that, yeah. So hang on. So the WWF champion is going to be Mr. Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
As an insurance, yes. So
he can't cash it on himself.
No, but in theory, if something were to go, this is even if he wins. He may not even win. Okay. We may not have to worry about this.
No, but in theory, it's winner take all.
It's winner takes all. Whichever one of them wins,
whoever wins is going to have the briefcase and the belt.
And yes, whoever wins will have both the briefcase and the belt. In theory, should the champion at a later date lose the belt, he could cash it in right away and get the belt back.
So long as it's before June.
Yes. Well, obviously, yes. You can't let the time limit run out. But in theory,
it was WrestleMania. So
in theory, the winner of this match has both the belt and an insurance policy. There you go.
Except Moxley doesn't want to use it.
Except Moxley doesn't want to use it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to use it. No.
Okay. But yeah, no, I thought the promo was very, very good from both guys. It also reminded me that, and I literally can't believe until when Moxley won the Fatal 4-Way, it didn't come into my mind until afterwards. I was like, oh yeah, that was the main event of All Out a couple of years ago, where the freaking brawl, which is what got CM Punk all his shit in it. Which in this universe is the reason that CM Punk left AEW to join the WWF was because of this match 2 years ago.
No, shit.
Yes.
Oh my god, that press conference is going to be a shithole. Oh.
Yeah. Make sure he's got no muffins.
Oh.
Don't worry, JJ.
No. He's going to embarrass me in New York City. Oh, fuck. All right.
And you know the New Yorkers don't like it. You know what they're like. Oh my goodness.
Brawl Out too, and then it's going to be up for trade in January.
I wrestle fucking children.
Have you got 2 world champions, JJ?
No.
No. Punk. I have one thing. I mean, Rhea is the women's world champion, but I have one men's title. That's the.
I know we were talking about putting the walls up, but with Forbidden Door coming up, is the money in the bank?
No. No, come on. No,
somebody else's world
idea. It is a good idea, but no. This is the stage.
I'm pretty sure the contract is more specific.
The contract says
it has to. Sure, it has to. Come on, get your lawyers on it.
Just a thought.
So yeah, I guess in theory, the winner could cash in on the tag belts or the whoever else, but
If you're Austin Theory, you're a freaking moron.
No, don't
Well,
go.
if you already have the main belt, you technically don't.
Punk's just like, I want to collect all the briefcase of belts.
Belt collector Punk.
It's like he's going to take all the Infinity Stones and put them on his belt or something.
To me, the play. To me, as oh God, I'm gonna say another thing that I don't believe in.
What do you believe in?
Hang on, I need to take a breath. Punk had a good point. Oh,
how much?
I feel really dirty. I feel really dirty. I don't like
a lot
him.
of them in this promo.
Jesus! Wow!
Oh,
Tell him when he's telling lies.
He had a really good point. The play, the sensible play would be to go into the match, bat it for Moxley. Would have been go into the match, batter the crap out of your opponent with all manner of dangerous things. Let the referee disqualify you. Walk over to him, put the briefcase in his hands, and cover the champion. But again, Mox being a
moron,
honourable.
Some of us
being honourable. To be honest, I was waiting for the word.
Why would you kill yourself in an 8-man ladder match and then not use it?
Yeah,
guys, I think
Mox is a weird dude. Okay,
all right.
He's not in the right state of mind. He had rehab done before, so you might as well go back to having
rehab.
Well,
I think
it's not. I didn't mean it like that, but
I think it's all well and good. It's all well and good being honourable, but sometimes you've got to take quote the easy. You've got to take quote the easy route because why not? The champion gets paid better. Presumably.
But anyways, I'm going to tell you. I tell you what, guys. Despite all we've gone off the rails, so to speak, I have to say Carl and Tom made some good points here, so I won't say much about it. But I will have to say the build-up with this was fantastic. But I will agree with what Punk was saying, not because I'm being a CM Punk fan or whatever, but he was telling a lot of truth in this one, and Moxley was being a quote-unquote douchebag SOB, and it sounds like he doesn't want the briefcase, so why did he win it in the first place? Like, honestly, that's to cash in for the championship, but now he's completely thrown that out the window. He's now putting it on the line, so we're getting our first ever briefcase versus championship match. So I'm actually pumped and ready for this the show out of the Gunther and Nakamura ladder match, but something tells me that there's more to this match that meets the eye. It's more personal, and it's more than about the championship and the briefcase. It's about these two selling their differences.
Remember they had some heat coming out of AEW about a year ago.
Yeah.
I tell you what though, JJ.
I've never seen Rocky 3, you mark.
I've seen it. I have. Like, in many cases, this is going to be more than a Rocky 3 movie in the ring in reality, and not to mention this match is going to be brutal warfare.
I'm very surprised that Moxley didn't say the last time you beat me for a world title, you had to drop it because you were a moron and got yourself in a fight backstage.
I don't think he was going to bring. I don't think it was worth bringing that up. Moxley knew what to say, but
he did say I beat you. He did say I beat you in 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's true.
It's going to be so bad. It's going to be such an amazing match. But I will admit, this is going to be the most bloodiest we're going to see if it unfolds as we think it's going to be. So I'm really looking forward to seeing who's going to be the victor in this match. We'll just see how it all plays out.
Who comes out as Mr. Money in the Bank and World Champion, which...
it'll be
otherwise known as Mr. Redundant is what that's called.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, I think we've spoken about this.
Yeah.
We said everything we need to say.
I suppose Moxley needs to win it, right?
I'll talk about that in predictions.
Well, we'll get to predictions, I suppose. I can't spoil anything. But so we then get to War Games, and so there's a four-way. Usos are beating up Kevin. That distracts Sammy. He gets eliminated. Cody makes the save. That distracts Roman. He loses the match. There's a big brawl in the back. Roman runs over Kevin with an undisclosed vehicle. Ambulance.
So
make your own assumptions.
the way the editor footage presented was Roman's driving ambulance, then he got run over by the golf cart. I don't know if this was you had to put the footage together So it was supposed to be the ambulance that hit him. It's just you didn't have that footage. Is that the case?
No. I mean, I had an idea for Roman doing something with a car, and so I was just gonna have him drive, and then in the recommended videos, it was like Roman Reigns runs over Kevin Owens, and I'm like, okay, yes, I'll use that.
Yes. Oh yeah. By the way, if anything's gonna get you blocked on YouTube, it's gonna be this.
I know. So if you don't see that, everybody, Roman Reigns got run over with a car. Just trust us on that.
I also love during the build-up that Steve Austin got involved because, like, oh, this family and freaking running people over.
I realized that in the build-up too. I'm like, oh wait, he's probably like, oh god damn it, not again.
Roman, just like your bloody cousin. God damn it, Roman.
Yeah.
So then, yes, Austin announces it's War Games. Cody announces his team. It's going to be Kevin, Sammy, and Randy. They go back and forth. Roman cuts down everybody. Basically, calls Sammy a hypocrite and says he's going to beat down Cody. It's a big brawl. We then get to the advantage match. Randy Orton, Seth Rollins. So Sikoa interferes and gives the advantage to the Bloodline.
Well, Sikoa can't interfere in War Games, so we'll get into that. But
he cannot.
No, the whole brawl backstage, the sports entertainmentness of the car, and then bringing in Austin into it because again, like the history of that family running over Austin McCars and like all that makes perfectly. Austin be pissed off at him and saying he was going to suspend Roman and how they should all just get drafted away and all this sort of stuff. So, and then all the brawls and stuff was fantastic. This just led to the chaos and was a perfect build to War Games. So good stuff.
I gotta tell you this, I'll just get this off quickly, man. I mean, this kind of felt like a very old nostalgia Raw feel for me. I'm gonna be straight up honest. I've never seen anything like this since the early 2000s, man. And the build-up for this was fantastic. And Stone Cold being there when he needed to, it makes all the perfect sense in the world. Because, you know, we all know Stone Cold and Cars is not a good mashup. You know, because Austin remembered.
I did it for the youth.
2000s. Yeah, Roman did it for himself. He did it for the Bloodline. He didn't do it for The Rock, nor for Rikishi either. But yeah, even Austin remembers it all too well, as we all do. So, Survivor Series, getting run over with cars and everything. Oh my god, Austin was just pissed on the microphone. We heard it loud and clear, and he was saying all this stuff on the microphone. And then eventually we got to the whole build-up eventually, and wow, it just continues to grow and grow, and then we got to that, you know, final like advantage match again, it with Orton and Seth Rollins clashing it out, and it looked like a perfect straight match. Who was going to get the advantage for their team, but then
that was wondering when Sikoa was going to turn up.
And Psycho turns up, does the Samoan Spike in memory of his, you know, father Umaga. So we've got somebody else in the Bloodline, but
Glenn Solo is not Umaga's son.
He's got this finishing maneuver.
Close enough.
There's too many Samoans, damn it. We don't know who's is who. It's a big family, okay? In any cases, though, I have to say it was a really good matchup, despite the ending, and now the Bloodline have got the advantage going into Survivor Series War Games. It's not looking good for the Team Nightmare, but will Fate have something in store when we get there? That's all I'm going to be answering. Tom?
Well, obviously, War Games at Survivor Series. I mean, yeah, Survivor Series usually has a Survivor Series match, but ever since WWE/WWF have been incorporating more of the endless amount of stuff that they have Scrooge McDucked over the years. They now use War Games for their 4-on-4 yearly match, which is cool. Not gonna lie, War Games is cool. And you've been building to it for months, and it's good to see it coming up. Every member of Cody's team makes sense. Doing the car angle close to Survivor Series probably gave Stone Cold Steve Austin Nam flashbacks. You know, I was expecting a cut to Austin 1,000-yard stare. Survivor Series 97 in the background, you know, but full on cinematic bullshit, as I like to say. But yeah,
a lot of fun though. A lot of fun.
Oh, a lot of fun, a lot of good stuff, and it is going to be an absolute bloodletting. No doubt.
And all your booking for all the Bloodline stuff is perfectly built into this, because this is all the people that have gone against them in the last few months.
Yeah,
so.
this was I kind of wavered on who necessarily that fourth guy was gonna be, and there were a lot of choices of who it could have been. But I kind of figured Orton would make the most sense for where I'm going in the future. So we'll move on to predictions. We'll start off with Logan Paul and John Morrison. Simple one-on-one match.
Logan Paul. I think it'll be a great high-flying spot fest, but I think Logan Paul is the guy who needs this win way more than Morrison does.
As much as I hate to say this, I'm just going to make Tom happy with this. I just think that Jabroni himself, Logan Paul, is going to win this, but no clean tactics, man. Just get out the way, all right? Because I won't be bothered calling the match, because I'm going to go Jim Cornette shit over that match. But anyways,
do I even need to ask Tom who he picks?
I'm just saying just to get over with.
Obviously, Logan Paul's going to win it. I mean, it's the logical result. Like, obviously that that's what I would say if we were doing the thing. But in all seriousness, I don't see what you get from Logan Paul taking the L to Morrison. So Morrison is clearly here to be an established person for Logan to go over. Much like in the 90s, everybody's first match was against X-Pac.
Wow.
We'll see if that holds true. I hope he doesn't have X-Pac eat.
Morrison, I feel, is there to have a really, really good match with Logan, and to do the honors.
Well, it certainly will be a great match. We then move on to the Street Profits versus Judgment Day for the Tag Team Championships.
Oh God, this is going to be a tough one. Carl, you go first. I'm still thinking.
Street Profits. You're building up Judgment Day, but I think the Street Profits need this, because otherwise, like you said, they may as well break up, and that might be where this goes. But I think as the combination of their year, they need this to. Otherwise, they've got nothing. They've blown every chance they've got, and Edge is right. So yeah, Street Profits need this.
I think I've made my mind up with this one. As much as I feel like the Judgment Day are going to retain by hook or crook, I think it's time for the Street Profits to shine. They're going to end 2023 and into the new year as the champions. So I think it's their time, JJ. It's time for the trigger to be pulled on perhaps the most celebrated tag team on your roster. So I'm going with those boys all the way.
I see no reason for the Judgment Day to lose the titles. I don't think their storyline is done yet.
So you think they're going to be tied?
All good points. All good points. We then get the ladder match for the undisputed Intercontinental Championship, Gunther and Shinsuke Nakamura.
Oh my God. I'm picturing it in my head already. Shall we go in reverse for this one?
Shall I just come in and say,
yeah,
the ring general? Duh. Gunther is on the.
Can he do a ladder match though?
I don't think he's ever been in one.
You want it? What you've got there is you've got a case where everything's against him in terms of can he do the match, but it's his chance to show that he can. It's his chance to show that.
His idea is he's just gonna beat Shinsuke down without the ladder, stretch him out, and then climb. So we may not see the traditional type of ladder match.
Yeah, Gunther to me is kind of like the William Regal type wrestler, where he isn't necessarily comfortable with the ladder stipulation, as we heard in the build-up. I think he's winning though. I think Gunther walks away as the legitimate Intercontinental Champion.
Oh man, this is so tough to pick, man. I'm still thinking how this is going to
No,
unfold.
it's up to you. Now I've said mine.
Yeah.
I'm just picturing how it's going to be because literally what I'm foreseeing may not match what JJ might have in mind when we get there.
What do you see? What do you see happening? What would you do?
What I see here is it's an absolute freaking phenomenal match. No pun intended, AJ Styles. But this is going to be perhaps one of the best ladder matches of the year, if not the greatest we've ever seen. But I've got a feeling that Walter or Gunther, whatever you want to call the Austrian dude, right? He's going to get there very closely. As soon as he's going to get that belt, I think Nakamura's going to pull off an old trick, and then eventually the King of Strong Style will retain. Like we might see an old Nakamura from the past come out of nowhere, and then give ourselves a moment there at Survivor Series, and then he gets the title. So I feel like the King of Strong Style is going to unify the belts and end this controversial once and for all. I do feel Gunther will be the most impressive in that match. Like he's going to do what he said. He'll clothesline, powerbomb, whatever the case. Like it's just going to be a clash of style warfare in this, but Nakamura will come out on top.
Glenn going opposite of the guys and what I think the audience might say. We then get the traditional Survivor Series match: Team Bianca versus Team Rhea.
Bianca, I think, because then it sets up for a future title match between the two. It's a perfect way to build a championship match between Becky Belair and Rhea Ripley in the future, I think.
You want to go next, Tom?
Yeah, I think it. I mean, whilst I say the Judgment Day storyline isn't over, I think it makes sense for. No, actually, I think Team Ripley might pull it out. You've got a team of odds and ends, but you've then got the potential. You've then got the potential of Rhea owes Shayna Baszler one down the line.
Yeah, I think Rhea's team completely falls apart. I think it's made up by fragile ground. I think the team completely falls apart. It sets up future feuds, but it also sets up the match with Bianca.
I've got a funny feeling we're going to see a swerve somewhere. I mean, as much as I want to see Ripley win, because obviously, she's got Viper in there, but so she might play a factor in this, maybe. But as much as I'd like to see that, I still feel like that Bianca's going to get her retribution. She wants to get that belt back, so I feel like her team's going over.
Okay. Full disclosure, I was going to try to find a way, and I had what I thought might work out of Bianca and the Street Profits versus Rhea and the Judgment Day, and I thought I had a way to do it, and it just, the game crashed, and it fell apart, and like everybody just like got crumpled up into a big ball, and it was just it was an unwatchable mess.
Anytime you try and hack the game, it's
I thought I could do something. I thought it was either that or make like male Bianca and Rhea CAWs, and that wasn't gonna look right. So I thought a little
run-ins, but not for.
I was a little too progressive with my thoughts as far as that goes. So I kind of had to split these two things up. We then get the Money in the Bank versus WWF Championship. Jon Moxley versus CM Punk. Winner takes all.
Oh man. Ugh. You know what? Might as well get it over and done with from my perspective, because this is just going to drive my brain into overdrive here. Oh man, this is obviously going to perhaps steal the show. Besides the
winner, whoever it is, winner gets the championship, and winner gets the insurance policy, so to speak.
Oh man, anyone could win it out of these two, but as much as I'm going to piss Tom off with this one, I think CM Punk's going to get it. He's going to get that briefcase and the insurance policy while maintaining his WWF title. So there might go my draft idea about wanting to have him in case that anything does happen if he does not win. But anything could happen, okay? But legitimately, I think the Master of Straight Edge is going to go over with this one. By hook or crook, we're not going to see a repeat of what happened a few years back when Moxley beated him and he had to drop that belt in AEW. We're not seeing that again, because that led to Punk's downfall in AEW.
Let's hope not.
That's what I'm hoping and praying not to happen, so Punk wins, but not like he did the last time. So that's my prediction.
All I can tell you is at the end, there's going to be blood and guts, absolute storytelling in this match. So, oh man, it's totally going to be an absolute war zone when that bell rings.
Tom?
I'm going to need to bathe in bleach after this, aren't I?
Oh dear. Did I do it? Did I do it? Did I convince Tom to pick CM Punk in a match?
I really think he might win. And I'm not saying it again.
Yeah, I agree with the consensus. I think CM Punk works away.
God.
Simply
Damn.
because Moxley buried the briefcase so much and the whole idea of the briefcase. So for me, I would absolutely say that what happens here is Punk wins the briefcase here. He maybe loses the WWF title down the road, and then he uses the briefcase to cash in for a future rematch and steal the belt back.
I mean, yeah, but you basically, whoever comes out of this the winner, you basically have to beat them twice, in theory.
Moxley might be too noble to use it, but
Punk isn't.
Punk certainly
So
isn't.
let me get this straight. He says that, but like, if push came to shove, if he got screwed out of it, I think he would have something to say about that. Let's just
maybe. I can foresee for an exciting hot potato build to WrestleMania, Punk loses the belt, then cashes it in for the shot at Mania, and he like overrides the Royal Rumble or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Or it becomes like a triple threat match, or
maybe.
Yeah.
So we then get really what everything in WWF since day one has been building to: War Games. Team Cody, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn versus the Bloodline, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and the Usos. This is submission only, classic War Games. Pick your side.
I think as much as Roman got that win over The Rock, the Bloodline have been hurting. And unless the plan is to break them up, I think they need this win, so I'm going with the Bloodline.
I don't think it makes any sense for Team Cody to win. Team Cody very much feels like a bunch of odds and ends all put together. It doesn't feel like a unit, whereas the Bloodline does feel like a unit. Plus,
for sure, yes.
Plus, there's something. Plus, I don't trust Seth Rollins. Something is going on. And Seth Rollins is up to something, and until I'm proven right, I'm going to continue to think he's up to something. He's feels like he's got there's some master plan going on, and I think that can develop by Seth being proven right by him helping Roman to overcome Cody. I think. So I think the Bloodline win.
I think I think this match is going to be off the charts, and but I've got a very, very strong opinion that I think Cody's going to come extremely close. Like, he'll be like the sole survivor, and he'll do that whole thing where he might take him down one by one, and it will be just down to him and perhaps Roman Reigns, and maybe Seth Rollins will be there, and then that's what I think might happen. There's only two ways it might end. I think, like Tom said, I think Seth could be up to something, and he might do a backstab on Roman Reigns, allowing Cody to get the pin of what apparently that controversial way or whatever it is, or maybe Cody gets close to victory only for Roman Reigns to actually do the unthinkable, where he's going to break him, and then Cody might have like nothing left, and he might end up leaving the WWF for good, and he could let himself in the trade in the winter draft, because I've got that door open for him if he ever wants to make the ship jump over to my industry, just in case.
You can't have everybody.
I'm just thinking
I think
about
he
it.
will if he can. He will if he.
Everybody that loses is not leaving. Is not leaving the WWF.
I've just got that funny feeling.
Even if they lose, they still have plans
Glenn's
for
hoping for some loser leaves town matches.
these are not all loser leaves town WWF.
I'm just getting that funny feeling it might happen, though. But I just think that's what's going to happen. Curry will be the last guy in there, and he's going to do that, underdog victory, only for it to be cut short. That's kind of the story I think you're going to go for, JJ. That old classic, what they used to do back in the day in those Survivor Series matches.
We've seen that a time or two, so time will tell. We will see you next week for Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Only the strong can survive.
Survivor Series next week. Tomorrow we'll bring you new WWA battle lines, and then in a couple of weeks' time we'll have Full Gear. I know that means Survivor Series and Full Gear will be in December instead of November. We're a couple of weeks behind, but it's fine. We don't have to be exactly in line with the real world. Also we'll be doing probably some special build-ups towards the end of December, start of January anyway, towards Forbidden Door anyway. So we'll sort all that out in the future. So all good stuff coming. We shall see you tomorrow for WWA.
Season 1's going to be good. We're getting close to the finale, to wrap this first season up. It's getting exciting, man.